cannot emphasize enough that when you go out for revenge, you never just dig one grave. You know, liberals like to talk about mass transit and urbanism, but they never like to talk about the other ways to fix that problem. And in the TV
mass
show
graves?
mass graves? Oh, no. I mean, like, honestly, God. You know, it's like if you're going to go and dig one, you might as well dig a lot more if you're going out for revenge.
It scales. It's a scalable solution.
We're talking about vertical integration, vertical and horizontal integration. And today, that's what we're going to talk about, the business secrets to success. This is really a TV show about, you know, startup culture. If you think about it.
It is
not startup culture. This is how you rise with little to no capital and secure a loyal cult following and deliver on an affordable product that everyone loves.
Your BPD dream girl who you found in a weapon of mass destruction gets you at your lowest and you have to make a Faustian bargain with her. And that's how I met your mother.
That would have been way better if this were like if How I Met Your Mother took place in like 1950s America. And it's in California or like on the East Coast where like a bunch of Germans came afterwards, and it's just like, and that's how I met your mother.
And that is how I met your mother. Your mutter.
What you mean, like How I Met Your Mother in a like a spiritual quasi-racial war and imperial geopolitical mess?
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
You seem to forget. There's a great line. This is the only funny thing Bill Burr has ever done, is that in the show F is for Families, there's a Vietnamese woman who is next door neighbors to Bill Burr's family, and she asks the wife, so what war are you from? Implying that she is a trophy wife from the war. Nevertheless, you know, that's the only good joke you get out of it.
What was this show called?
You know, I just said it.
Bill Burr's life is the best joke he's ever.
That's true. Bill Burr has made the worst decision of his life. And
Trolls of Morris really is.
He married Tracy Morgan in a wig.
Okay, let's
talk about 30 Rock.
Wow. 30 rocks to get this Shibun out of bed.
Did Tracy? Okay, calm down. Did Tracy Morgan die, or did Willie Mack, whatever his Mack?
Tracy,
what was his name?
Is he dead?
He's alive.
Tracy Morgan's alive. Yeah, because they're doing that whole TV show with him and Daniel Radcliffe, where it's like, you used to be a famous black guy, and now this white libtard wants to interview you for a documentary.
Oh, actually, I totally want to see that. I love Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe from Imperium.
Yeah.
I like how you Daniel Radcliffe from Imperium and not Harry Potter.
I love Daniel Radcliffe.
I never watched. You know what? I never watched Imperium, but like I heard it was. Obviously,
it's very good.
But nothing could top The Believer, though, which we reviewed on this show.
Imperium is actually well researched too. Like it's like the one time that like libtards actually got it right.
Imperium on the book stale. They had the books, the little.
Yeah, no, I know. I thought that was so funny.
And they didn't even have the book Imperium on. Anyways, that's too.
That's too good, Gio. I'm posting that right now.
I have a bone to pick with
Daniel Radcliffe. The actor from Imperium.
I have a bone to pick with Onizuka Griper.
Yeah, why?
It was a month ago. I think like
boner beggars can't be choosers.
It was before the war broke out. It was some kind of like he contradicted my third worldism on the TL, and I was very upset. Upset.
I can't even remember what I did. I know I replied to you once, and I think it was like.
And I deleted everything.
Yeah. I actually don't remember. Honestly, this month has been a kind of a blur in terms of the discourse. I've been so disappointed with it. I keep thinking in my head, like, I wish I had the click remote from that Adam Sandler movie, because like I fast forward. I literally like fast forward through this period. Yes, that's
where's the extinction button on this thing? Anyways.
Yeah.
Speaking of humanly extinction. Oh, sorry, did I cut you off on it?
Human extinction coming from the Canadian. I'm interested.
No, I mean human extinction. today we're covering Code Get. I was gonna make a stupid joke.
Code Geass.
Yeah, I was gonna say Code Get That Ass, but that's too it's too. Anyways, Code Geass.
Yeah, Code Genocidal Organ.
That's such a great industrial noise
Genocidal
band.
Organ. Oh man, so
Genocide
true.
Organ,
My personal name for this show is How I Destroyed the World for My Cute Little Sister.
Well, poster on for that.
We haven't watched season 2 yet, so it'll be.
No, we're just talking about season 1.
Yeah, next week we'll have season 2.
I want you to know I was there, Gandalf.
Anyways,
I watched the fan subs when this was being released.
I noticed that there's a shift in the subtext.
How are your knees doing there, Unk?
My knees are fucking great. My knees are amazing.
I forget Cap is
That's so much cartilage. Everyone says so much cartilage. Look at this guy. Wow,
Have I
his
kissed
knees.
the corner, says Gabe. I don't know what he's referring to.
Anyways, so I noticed that there's a shift where Prude is almost like the Joker now, and I'm kind of like the straight man. But no, that's not true. That'll never be true. I will never not have. The episodes will go, and there will be a point where I'll start to Joker out a little bit. But anyways,
the Kane corner, like Tim. Sorry, I'm picking. You have to understand, Gio. There's another co-host in chat that I need to execute, and it has to happen because it's you. It's your wife's son.
Don't pick on my spiritual wife's son.
On your spiritual wife's son. Gio's knees cry out in pain as they hurt.
Shut up!
I love it when an audience hates its hosts and the host hates the audience right back. You love to see it.
Anyways, I can never hate the audience. So, anyways, this is 154 of Digital Archipelago. Why is this called the Hapa? I guess.
Do you know how many Hapas are in this damn show that we got paid to review?
True.
I was like, wow.
Well,
this
I also want to point out
Japanese.
The number of failed interracial relationships in this show is so fucking high. It's like they are sending a message. They're sending a deliberate message.
I was actually happy for Ogie getting nuclear level BPDE girl top. But anyways,
he gets the only brown British girl ever.
Yeah, also canonically British, but also exactly the same color as the Jeet. So what do we draw?
Look, it's like Britain. She's like raw egg nationalist. She's a dark Briton.
She's Welsh. She's just Welsh, guys.
She's Welsh.
Anyways, so this is the review, the first season of Code Geass, and I don't think we would get, honestly. Tomorrow I have an episode.
I was literally going to give you an hour to talk about the news, but if we're gonna go straight into it, that's fine with me.
Well, I don't know. Do you guys want to talk about the news?
The news?
The noodles.
There's been every anime.
I have not been on the timeline very often, so I've
noticed there's a thread in all the animes review, which is the main character is kind of like a nerd or a megalomaniac in a good way, but he's got multiple top QTs after him, and it's I don't know,
the ultimate Japanese otaku fantasy. That's why it's in all these anime. It's I'm actually really smart, and all the women want me. And also I just achieve these great things that you could never do because you're not an otaku.
And when I'm barely out of high school and I'm dominating the world.
Yeah.
Or
in this case, he's still in high school.
Never graduate. He technically never dropped out of high school until,
he had to dominate the world.
True.
Yeah.
It's better than going to a PhD, I guess.
It's a lot better than getting your master's.
What was wasn't Henry Kissinger's PhD? Didn't he talk about Spangler? Or what was his PhD?
His thesis was about Spangler, Toynbee, and oh god, I have the damn thing on my.
And he got to control the world, at least in part.
True.
And Osamu Tezuka.
Yeah, Spangler, Toynbee, and Kant are the meaning of the reflection of history.
Kind of like Lajani.
And then he also wrote about the 1812 peace.
Oh man.
What is my spaghetti policy here? That's true. I don't know. We don't review anything, Gabe. That is true. When are you guys reviewing books again?
Well, we were supposed to do one on Thursday evening, but Gabe wanted me to record from a 13-hour time difference on vacation, which I'm sure my family would have loved. So I'm not going to. We're once again delayed.
Well, anyways, so
the married Chad mogging over the record cells. Totally understandable. That's why we do everything live here.
Let's do at least 20 minutes on what's happening with Iran, and then we'll get right to the anime review.
You mean Area 18?
Area? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Area 18 has been established.
What's funny, like the Arabs, they just get like rolled over by the British Empire, but in reality, like that,
literally one hag,
one shot, as you could say.
Yeah, they got one shotted, but there were people speculating like what would have happened if the British did not lobby to not partition the Ottoman Empire, if they actually did just break up the Ottoman Empire way sooner, and we would have been living in like a completely different world. Breathing heavy on the mic. We used to do that. I remember Lev used to do that on BTR. He used to like eat. I'm like, Lev, don't do that.
No, Cap, you just sound like a sex fiend.
I wouldn't want to give anyone the right. Wouldn't want to give anyone the right impression.
Oh boy. But I thought Code Geass was oddly prescient for like
2010.
For the global alliance of based trad third worldists against the satanic Anglo-Atlanticist imperialist empire. I thought that was so applicable for this time that we're living in. Not really though, because
I'm really
led by a
glad that
British
we've never
person,
done a live event. Because maybe I think I would just kill you. I don't know.
To be fair too, I mean, you know what? Actually, I was gonna go into season 2 spoilers. I had to stop myself because your analogy actually works even better when you know
what happens in the second season. Yeah.
The Empire is also.
We're just reviewing season 1 today, folks. This episode is going to be a crapshoot, a shit show, but it's going to be fun because we have our friends here.
Yeah,
we're joined by Capitalisimo, who is a returning guest. Hello.
Oh, hello. We're doing that now.
We are doing that now. This is a very disjointed show if you haven't been paying attention. And then we're
say it's limber.
It's limber, semper gumby. It's always flexible.
Engage going ham in the chat.
That's true. Well, someone's got to go ham in the chat because someone's we're stealing co-hosts today. That's what DA is known for. And then Mr. Onizuka Graper, welcome back.
Thank you for having me back. I am also legally obligated to inform everyone that Mr. Polemical is back on the timeline. So make sure you go and follow him so you can see a fusion of Hegelian dialectics and My Little Pony.
Trapped in the torture dungeon.
In the My Little Pony torment nexus, Mr. Polemical's talking.
He's got spurs and everything.
By the way, make sure to hide all Jewish women from the timeline because Mr. Polemical is now back on the timeline and all Jewish women are at threat of being
threat level orange.
Never again is now. To get off Twitter. Jewish ladies, Mr. Polemical's back online.
Did he go after that one?
Milked.
I'm not even going to talk about that. That guy that posted about his marriage on Twitter. That was.
Oh no!
Oh, can we?
That's way more entertaining.
No,
way more entertaining.
That's way more entertaining than risking a global war that might destroy the economy forever.
Yes, actually.
Okay,
because the discourse around that is way more entertaining.
I can do something about one of those. His wife, probably.
Oh my God.
I can't stop the World War III from happening, but I can talk about what happens when you marry a whore.
World Whore 3. There are way more. We're way more. Way more in the numbered releases.
I passed by a restaurant in Plano that I think it was called something like along the lines of like Big Dog, Little Dog. and I was laughing for like 20 fucking minutes on my way to get on the highway from where I was at, because I was just thinking about the whole, like, the lion rapes the small dog when it barks that entire time. And I was like, these poor restaurateurs have no idea that I have made the mental connection to their restaurant to a very obscure meme about the lion not concerning himself about the sharp pain in his chest every few minutes.
So, you know, I really want someone to just pump fake one of those posts, like, you know, my wife was a virgin when we met, but I sure as fuck wasn't. I laid pipe.
Somebody just did that, actually.
Oh, really?
Like
but here's the thing: it wasn't him
joke.
being ironic. That's the funny thing. The guy was like being genuine. He was like, I was like a man whore, and then I was born again Christian, and then I
was he
continued
saying
being a man whore.
He got buggered,
and then I stopped being a man whore, and now I'm a pastor.
Oh,
So like that one where he's like, what if my husband
Father
was...
Gigolo?
I'm not even gonna say it, you know, this is so stupid. I just think that, like, it's, you know, here's the thing. People were discussing this whole thing about, like, the trad. It seems like trad's become a punching bag, but it really, I mean, what would possess, like, obviously, like, this humiliation fetish, but, like, what would, like, possess somebody to do this?
It's called giving testimony.
No, but I mean,
I don't agree with it. I'm just saying that's
I mean,
how it's going to be spun.
Unless you're literally St. Augustine, like, no, like, fucking keep it in there, push it way down, like,
bottle
lock that shit up
way up, and maybe I mean,
hey guys, my wife was a whore.
Take that to a confessional. I did like Dixon's tweet about it. He's like, honey, come to bed. No, I'm up on the internet. Doing what? Telling everyone you're a whore.
It's just no. I think, like, it's very internet brained. I don't know. It's
I think it's just like,
I think
honestly,
the Gio 5 years ago would be entertained by that, but not.
I think it's just
sad.
because
I think that the Gio who has a girlfriend now has a different opinion on how he wants to talk about relationships on the internet.
You know, like, it's funny, man. People like used to pin me. I think it was because a certain, you know, influencers send these irony saws at me one time. This is years ago, but like, I don't even like people that like I don't even like talk about like the like women. I don't like. I mean, I did my bit of simping, but like that's not the same as like making your brand. Like, I'm not, you know, going out there like. It's just, I don't know.
You're not callous.
I'm not like home math, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going out there. No, but callous is funny though. That's the difference. There's like,
that is true. Callous is funny.
Like, you can be like, I think if you're funny while you're doing your like your whatever, but like if you're doing it in like a sort of try hard type of way, it's just it can come off as seething. But anyways, no, the whole thing, like this guy posting about his marriage is, I don't know. It just rubs me the wrong way, you know.
If anyone,
sorry, moral F slur.
If anyone didn't notice, the stream today is bait, or at least the title is.
It totally is.
Yeah,
this is
totally
bait.
Is.
Congratulations.
This is bait. We have
a very Japanese time in my life.
Let's train this. So let's talk
about
this.
See, I should have used the Hapa question when that stupid Olympic figure skater was popular for 5 seconds.
Oh my god!
I do really.
There's only one
my
answer.
My favorite type of engagement bait on Twitter is when people will say, like, so and so, like, insert famous person here, like, really stirred up drama about something important on their interview in like Teen Vogue, and it's like, actually, I think that what happened in like the Counter Reformation was da 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 da. And it's just like insert niche political theological opinion here, and it's just like, I actually really like that rage baiting.
No, but there's something about,
I hate to break
like,
it to you though, Pac-Man Respecter, we're not talking about Hapas. Other than the consequences of Hapas in the world of Code Geass.
But there's something about the online right that, like, I hate to say it, there's just this like this weird like gooner bait that gets passed around, and I think because a lot of the
on account of all the gooning.
No, but like, but the emphasis on like the lifestyle brandish type of elements of the online right have led to, like, you know, I'm a base step warrior, polo shirt nationalist, Cole, where like that one guy with the fucking Hapa the skater, the professional, the figure skater. Do you remember that one tweet? You know the one, right? The MAGA, you know what?
Yeah.
She seems bratty and kinky.
You mean the thing
like,
in my chat right now from Sean Schaefer?
Yeah, exactly.
You can just
she's
say
bratty
it.
and kinky. Who the fuck would say a random I don't know, man. Like, was he mid goon sesh when he pressed send when he said bratty and kinky?
I think it's
talk? Like,
I think it's partially that.
Why did you type the cum sounds?
I think you got baited.
I think it's partially also just that like the reason why there's so much like gooner bait stuff on like online right stuff is because like being heterosexual itself is kind of like a counter-revolutionary thing in this, you know,
so true,
fucking disgusting society we live in, where if you express like any, and this is like where the whole, you know, safe horny meme came from, of like people being like, I want, you know, like a girl to step on me and spit on my mouth, and it's like, what about just like holding her hand and giving her a kiss on the cheek, man? You can just say that, like you can just say that you want to have sex with women. It's okay. And I think that like people have now taken that to a thing of like anytime there's like an attractive girl in the discourse, we're just like, yeah, I want to, you know, fuck the shit out of her, man. That would be awesome. I want to fuck the shit out of her.
Yeah, I'm with Onizuka on this one, where like, and this is where I wasn't going to bring up. There have been a couple of articles written about the subject of fertility, and whatnot lately, and I really do think that very point blank that what Onizuka is saying is correct. Like this play, like whatever. I disagree. There is actual issues with like pornography. I'm not going to deny that, but like at the same time, safe horny has transcended just like what people say on Twitter or online about like, oh, I'd let that person step on me, or even like the whole mommy dommy shit. It's like it's very safe horny in the way that there's safe edgy or safe racism. What all of this is now is that it's been acted out because you know, the digital space gives you a sense of physical and emotional distance to discuss things that are now abstracted and objectified. And I don't mean that in the like school marm, you know, moral fagging way. I mean that really in the deliberate, like, now I can treat things as just sort of like a mental calculation rather than like actually engaging in any act of like positive heterosexual activity in the real world. And so it's just like, yeah, actually, like when young 20-somethings want to express themselves in a way that is completely natural and has been for like the entirety of human history, like, and we police the shit out of that. It's just like, yeah, there's a healthier way probably to do it, but also being on the internet doesn't really make it particularly easy for that to happen, because now everything becomes this like discursive political feedback loop wherein like, okay, maybe a genuine ounce of sincerity got spilt and now everyone's got to like triple down on irony and backbiting and school marm, you know, hand slapping with the ruler. And so it's just really frustrating because it's like, actually, yeah, all these things are directed towards men, but it's never directed towards the fact that like men have been effectively sidelined from the role that they've held throughout all of human history. And now here we are.
Well, like if I may push
I'm pro heterosexuality. I can't believe I have to fucking say it.
No, but like if I may push back a little bit, I think that even like the safe horny polemic has gone a bit too far, like in the other direction, where like I think in general, like on every side of this, it seems that there is a massive like social super ego. There is like a psychopolitical element where people can't just have a preference, or people can't just have a principle or an opinion. It has to be mediated as like I am like in a online ecology, and therefore I have to react or see that I'm like a good person, or depending on which side I'm trying to appeal to. And it can't just be like, I have fetish X, I have principle X, I like older women, I like chubbier women, or I like, you know, the other side of safe horny, which
Gio,
is like,
are you saying you'll compromise your principles?
No, but I'm saying like
it's inconvenient at the time.
But I'm saying like the answer to safe horny on the other extreme is like cheap pizza related stuff. And it's like, you know, I think the people just have this like weird like online media brain where they can't just state I have a preference for this or I have a opinion about this. because it has to be mediated through a greater view of like, what will this side think of me, or what will that side think of me? Like, I can't just state like I have a moral principle, whether it be on this war or whether it be in any geopolitical or domestic issue. It has to be like, well, okay, I am in this take seller economy, I am in this media ecology, and therefore if I take this position, it obviously means that I have this psychological impulse that I'm actually getting at this other side and I'm favoring this side. It's like, no, people can just state their thing. Like, I understand the safe horny thing is very, apt. I think, like, obviously, like, the lurid posting about licking the abs and the dommy mommy or whatever, like, that's obviously there. Like, even that, like you were saying, Prude and Onizuka, like, that does have a social mediating function of, like, this weird super ego where it's like certain forms of sexuality appear more moral to, like, the normative, like, left liberal perspective than not. But then to push too far into that is like, I actually for the sake of it.
I don't disagree. Like, I think like it is like just like an extreme reaction in the other direction, where like really honestly the actual thing should be is that we should be like advocating for a return to the natural sexuality of pre-sexual revolution. There was like a funny tweet I saw. It was like something like your grandparents, your grandpa was on the factory line sneaking a sniff of your grandma's panties, and like then went home and like fucked the shit out of her, but he didn't broadcast it online. And
also, that's a reasonable thing to do because they're presumably in holy wedlock.
True, yeah, but that's like
and
my general point is that
like 17.
We have to return to a thing where like heterosexuality is the norm. But it's also like we're not like displaying sexuality so forefront.
Exactly.
We're caught between the two because we seemingly cannot have. And this is like I got a bunch of pushback when a few months ago, if you remember that like one trad cat. I don't even know if he's a trad cat, but the guy who's like smoking a pipe, and he was talking about how women should not wear bikinis. And a lot of like
women propagandist.
I think so. I don't know who it was. I genuinely don't remember. But he was like one of these like I wear a tweed suit and I smoke my pipe and I talk about trad issues. But he was getting dunked on by a lot of right wing posters, being like, "Yeah, the real issue is women wearing bikinis." And it's like, yeah, sure, you can say that that's not the most pressing issue right now, but like, it is not right wing to say women
like,
should fucking wear bikinis. Like it wasn't even a norm for women to wear bikinis until the late 80s.
No, but then at the same time, you also have like another.
Also, One Piece is way sexier anyway.
True.
Yeah. But then you have like I think
that's the thing about a One Piece, though. It takes you like 2,000, minutes to take it off.
No, you just
good
side.
There's an anime joke there. Thank you.
I see. You found the one, the grand line. That's what I call it.
That is some coal. Not gonna lie.
You don't like?
No, but then
Piece?
You also have like
I
the
hate
other
One
coal.
Piece.
I've never seen it, and if someone were to, I will not unless someone pays me like a year's salary to go review it. I will not.
To go watch.
Someone said this about like there's another element of the online right where they're like trying to like reconstruct the sexual revolution from first principles, but they're doing in this like polo shirt, like green polo shirt and ashless type of like horny posting. Yeah, it's like it's cool. So let's move on. Unless you get Cap, you've been oddly silent. I mean, you're. Well, but
I'm a newlywed. My opinion here does not count for shit.
I mean, I'm extremely married, but I also like dick and fart jokes a lot. So I think that all of the like some of the safe horny stuff is a little cringe just because it's derivative. But I do think that the whole I want to drink her bath water. I do think it is kind of funny. So
it was funny a few years ago. Now it's just
I'm just older. I get tired of things more slowly. I'm actually more tolerant of the dick and fart joke
as I've gotten older,
yesteryear.
More tolerant. Actually.
Yes, I just bought an old joke book that was published first in the 1950s, called 1960s, called The Jewish Japanese Book of Sex and How to Raise Wolves.
Is this
I
real?
just found these
It's real. It's
funny
100%
videos. They're
real.
called Vine compilations. Have you heard of them? They're really funny.
I don't understand why
Yeah.
Vine went away, but TikTok was successful.
Didn't
Like,
Elon
why did
Musk
they
buy
just
Vine?
kill Vine?
Because Vine got bought out by Twitter, if memory
Yes.
serves,
Oh, and then
and
just-
Twitter killed it.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Twitter
Which-
basically bought it to kill it.
And then
they-
some Chinese
they-
were like, what if we just brought back Vine and it was exactly Vine?
But
It
it's
made
run
it,
by
the
it
TikTok.
made it an algorithmic psychic, grape machine.
You
No,
guys
listen,
are forgetting
Vine
there was
ol-
Musically in between that, and Musically was where
Well,
like
Musically was
40-year-old
what-
guys
No,
duetted
Musically,
with
though, was what
12-year-old
TikTok
girls.
was, because
Yeah, no, I
Musically
know.
become TikTok.
Yeah.
But Musically, when it originated, it was supposed to be like
Projectors
like
and
lip
stuff, yeah.
syncing videos, and you could like duet.
Oh
with
yeah,
people.
yeah.
And it was always like 48-year-old guys with like 12-year-old girls. It was,
Yeah, that's why they had to get rid of it.
yeah.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why they changed it so much.
It was total like Chomo Central. Like it was, No, Vine, listen, Vine always existed. It was always for the benefit of the glorious CCP. Anything else, any other opinion of Vine is historical nihilism.
Gio,
Dialectical
we were in
nihilism.
school when Vine was popular. Like, what are you on about?
But listen, Chairman Z
He's
is
trying to
bringing it
get
back.
his Remibi remittances. His country is about to be owned by the
Gio's got
Chinese.
Gio's got a special patron who keeps buying all of his art, and he has to pay so much money to ship it to China.
Yep.
So true.
No, you know what I could do is that the Chinese, they really love watercolorists. Like there's these very popular guys that like.
So this is what kills me. You're about to make this like great suggestion about how you're going to, make money through the Chinese when. when your group chats have given you suggestions on how to make money domestically.
No,
and
but
instead
they
you're
pay.
like, how do I, as a good Canadian, sell out to the Chinese?
But making money from the Chinese as a good
That's very
Canadian
Canadian.
is how
No,
to
I'm
make
not
money
saying, like, I have-
domestically.
No, I'm not saying like I have like the skill level or pull to do this, but I'm saying like there are a lot of watercolorists like Joseph Smoothvic and Alvaro Castañer who have like they get paid thousands of dollars to go to China and like demonstrate because like the Chinese like they have like a long lineage from like literati painting with Sumi ink, and they really like I think like a lot of contemporary art in China is all right, but then they do have like these academies where they like pump out these watercolorists that just have this like derivative realism, which I'm not a fan of, but like it's like they have like this crazy system where they just pump out these like watercolor painters. It's like, anyways, it's not enough about Chairman Z and historical nihilism.
Gio would do really good as like the guy from Rental Family as Brendan Fraser in that movie.
What?
Yeah,
He
you
would
would
be great.
You would be great at it. Have you seen this movie, Gio? You
No,
should
I've
watch
not seen
it.
this movie.
We watched it on Drive Time.
It was funny.
Oh, I gotta watch the Drive Time
I saw
version.
the notification for Drive Time that you were watching Rental Family, and it was like the day after I had just watched it with my dad.
Amazing.
I was like, oh, that's a funny coincidence.
How much does he cost an hour?
My dad?
Your rental
Yeah.
father.
Well, I
That's a
mean,
good
Gabe
question.
doesn't pay that much for me.
It depends on the day, like holidays are more.
Yeah,
Oh, it totally
I
makes
usually
sense.
charge Gabe a pretty penny for holidays.
That makes sense. That
You
makes
pimp
sense.
out Gabe?
No,
he's
Gabe
pimped
pays
out
me
to
to be
Gabe.
his father.
Okay.
No. It's not prostitution. You're paying someone to pretend to be a family member.
It can't be prostitution.
Not a sexy
she gets
way.
paid to say she's proud of me.
God.
Anyways,
It's very Japanese. It's a very Japanese.
Very
premise.
Japanese.
wasn't that an anime like Rent a Girlfriend?
Oh
Rental
God,
Girlfriend,
no!
yeah.
You just gave me horrible flashbacks to watching part of that show. Oh
Didn't she
God!
like cuck him or like she like
gets-
rejected him after?
So the premise of Rental Girlfriend
Onizuka
is-
Groper is having
in Japan, they actually have these services where you can rent a girl to like go on dates on them. Like you're not having
Yeah.
sex with this person.
Or they clean your ears in one cafe. That was another Vice.
Yeah,
special that we did.
and the whole show is about that. And that after he like gets dumped by his college girlfriend, he rents a girlfriend and then falls in love with this girl. and it's been ongoing for like 200 chapters, and he has like constantly rented her out, paid an exorbitant amount of money to help this girl with all her ambitions, and hasn't gotten as much of like even a kiss on the cheek.
He needs to. I hate to say it, like
I love that simps
but
have
he
always
needs to
been
go
a
to the
thing.
forest, if you know what I mean. That's just
it's mind-numbingly awful slop, and it's like it's a good reminder that like because there's a temptation, especially in online right circles, to pretend that like Japan is like this like cultural
Nirvana
titan that has no problem with like Zog slop, so to speak.
Well,
But no, Rent a
don't
Girlfriend
have-
is Zog slop.
They do not have
Hey,
Zog slop. They
watch
have their
this-
own slop, their own problem. They have their own.
No,
problems.
Rent a Girlfriend is Zog slop. I'm sorry.
Okay,
It
stop
is
that. Okay, just say slop.
Gio,
Just
Gio,
please.
calm down.
We're 35
It's fine.
minutes.
I
in?
can
Okay.
edit it. It's
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize. Like, I was
Israeli approved media properties.
Yeah, Israeli approved media properties.
Actually, that's probably better.
It's better. No, I mean it's better in terms of hilarity, but like it's.
Anyways, I
Speaking
turned
of-
on Likud flicks.
We're 35 minutes in. Or we're damned if you do, damned if you don't, I suppose.
Holy fuck.
Entertaining things I get to bring up to confession.
Okay.
Anyway, are we going to talk about
Are we
Shabbat
going to talk about the
Gias?
global nuclear war that could happen?
No, because you know what? If it comes, it comes.
If it comes,
And
I comes.
just like your girlfriend, she's going to be unprepared either way. So I think
Nice.
that it's important for us to
Oh,
understand that if the
Pissed,
war
by the
happens,
way,
it
just
happens.
saying.
Okay, that's not reassuring, but let's move on to Code
Susan
Geass.
has been dead for a while, Gio. That's true, except that like now it's ran by an Indian, which is arguably worse.
I don't know why you're so concerned.
This isn't even your channel.
Well, no, I know, but like I wouldn't like.
But your
I
country's
wouldn't wanna
also not one of the
sacrifice-
ones that's on like the short list to get bombed.
Wait until a hard R
True.
slips through one day without
True.
editing and nothing happens. I have ended a gaming stream because that has happened, and no one noticed except me because
Wait,
Cap
did
and
I do
were,
that?
No, I did it because
Oh.
you and I were playing Sons of the Forest. Something happened. I called you the N-word, and I was like, I got to end the stream now.
Oh my god!
I'll be honest, I've almost done it multiple times in gaming streams with you.
That is true. And so
There are countless recordings of me dropping hard R's. Countless.
Did
The-
you guys
the Chinese
do-
have a lot of me doing it.
Oh, that's so true. You and Marvel Rivals, I swear. Does that word get used at all during that weird minstrel show episode y'all did?
Oh yeah, like a bunch.
Oh, okay. There you go.
No, but I wouldn't want to I wouldn't want to jeopardize anyone's.
The biggest takeaway is from the Hannah Montana 20th anniversary special. Thank you, MSN. I'm greatly appreciative.
That's actually
of that.
true, though. Wait, that's actually real. That was like a big return for white culture. I'm not gonna lie.
I did enjoy, speaking of like World War III, I did enjoy that a bunch of like, I guess, non-military people on Twitter were like, wow, like a lot of these like infantry guys sure have like an in-depth catalog of like white girl pop music. And it's just like, yep. Why are you acting surprised?
Yeah, I don't. Like,
Yeah, why is that?
have they
though?
not watched any movies about like the Iraq War, or Afghanistan, or like literally anything? Like, oh, it's just a movie, but those movies are pretty accurate when they portray like the downtime, what they do in their downtime. Those soldiers.
Mostly
They were
listen to
listening to Limp
Kesha.
Bizkit.
I'm thinking of like, have you seen the movie Warfare? The guy who did Civil War.
Yeah, I saw that
co-directed it.
one.
Yeah, like the beginning when they're watching the music video for Call on Me. Like that is like the quintessential like Iraq War, Afghanistan, like soldier pastime is
Well,
is doing
even
something like that.
Generation Kill, which HBO did a special like miniseries on it. Like even that references the book itself references the kind of music the Marines were listening to.
What were they listening to? I thought they were like listening to like Limp Bizkit and.
Well, that but there was
Incubus.
also like a lot of Backstreet Boys. Yeah, the U.S. Army dropped like a first time weed conviction and raised the recruiting age to 43. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Oh boy.
If there's any if I have to like be an FPV drone pilot or something, I'm just going to be listening to like Hatsune Miku the entire time. That's what I'm doing.
Oh my gosh!
We are Charlie Kirk.
Speaking of anime girls and voices, wow! So this show called out ASMR like 10 years before it became a thing.
What did?
The Code Geass.
Oh, Code Geass. Yeah, I guess it did.
Yeah.
Because the autist was just listening to affirmation.
Literally the
that was my first
ASMR.
thought when like he's listening to her voice over and over to drown out the fact that he can't control his abilities and he listens to everyone else's thoughts. I was like, oh my god, the only thing that can like keep him restrained is in like, you know,
mommy
GS
ASMR.
ASMR
It's literally mommy ASMR. I had to like think about what you were talking about because I actually on rewatches I skipped the Mao episodes. I don't
completely pointless.
Yeah,
no reason to exist.
The only reason they exist is to foreshadow what happens at towards the end of the series or end of season 1.
Yeah,
with his Geass going out of control.
Sponsored by Pizza Hut.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, are you? Did you order pizza again? I'm racking up rewards points.
Yeah, Stacey really loved pizza. Like she just ate and ate and ate. It was
almost, and yet she didn't gain any weight. I was so mad.
I felt for it, dude. I felt for the advertising because
my waifu never gains weight. Unlike in the real world, we have liberals.
Okay, let's
all right, ladies and gentlemen. So a gentleman paid Gio and I want to make this very clear. So for complete transparency, the gentleman in question, we're very appreciative of it. He's in now. I'm not going to name him or anything like that. But the man did pay Gio and I separately. And by that, I mean a combined amount of $1,000 to go pay Gio and I to review this thing together. And because
this has not been a good start.
This has been a great start. What are you talking about? We're starting. We finished the news and discourse within 38 minutes. This is awesome. Like this is a DA fucking speed
We even
run.
talk about Demona going up and anyway. Okay, never mind.
Like we're doing great, and I've already put more money down on Lockheed Martin just as we were talking about all this. I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
So, anyways. We were paid to review Code Geass, and we're going to review both seasons. So this episode is going to review season 1. Next week on Gio's channel, we will be reviewing season 2. So we're just talking about season 1. We're going to not spoil season 2 for the discussion, although it'll be inevitably brought up. And so to do that, I've brought my 2 resident weebs and both friends on Twitter and IRL friends, Capitalisimo and Onizuka Groiper, to come on. Because until the last 4 episodes of season 1, I was having the most miserable time of my life watching the show. So I'm glad that it really turned around for me because I did begin to really enjoy it towards the end of season 1. I'm on season 2. I'm greatly enjoying it so far. So, and yeah, he's having a great time. That's all that matters. That's all that we need to do. And so let's start it out here. We live in an alternate timeline. The year is 2010, and the British Empire never really fell. And I mean, Britain fell, but like the British Empire didn't. And the capital of the British Empire is in the United States. The colonies, Britannia. It is the one of 3 global superpowers. And kind of in a 1984 style, there are 3 major world powers. And we recently conquered Japan. No Commodore Perry this time, but instead mechas just steamrolled the shit out of Japan. And now they occupy
the British invented mechs in this timeline. The British and they called them mechas. They called them
English thing now.
They called them nightmare frames, but it's night with a K.
Yeah,
they're English knights.
They invade Japan, by the way, too, because Mount Fuji was actually storing something called Sakuradite, which is like the main thing that powers these mechs. And so it was literally just like a war for.
It's like if we invaded Taiwan because of semiconductors.
Yeah, basically.
They needed their unobtainium.
Brutal genocidal war against them as well. There's mass slaughter and ethnic cleansing, and you know.
Well, because like this is a British Empire that is like more consciously like racist and like had full on scientific racism.
Far more than
the Home Secretary.
And I think a lot of that is formed by something that I think that is important to mention about the alternate history and why like the British Empire is so different is because the American Revolution fails in this timeline because Ben Franklin pulls a Benedict Arnold and rats out all the revolutionaries, and they're all arrested and killed. But later, Napoleon is successful in his campaign against the British. So the British island is conquered, but the British Empire remains and just removes the capital to the United States.
It's literally like the global American Empire.
Yeah. It literally is.
It's explicitly British.
Yeah, it's British aesthetics. It's a
Greater
British aristocracy.
Britannia.
Like the emperor.
It's like this. It's literally like City of London theory.
Though weirdly enough, I don't know why. Like, there's nothing in the lore that explains this, because they're clearly not Christian anymore. Because I mean, like the emperor has multiple wives and has children with his multiple wives, and
I can't think of any Christian English monarchs who did that.
Well,
yeah,
he has multiple wives.
On account of the children part, actually,
concurrently and publicly.
No, but it seems that they've went back in terms of like a weird political theology where, like, they're at the one end very secular and almost like stereotypically like they talk about, like, we're overcoming God, like they're very like, I don't want to say like vulgar Nietzschean, but they're definitely like embracing an older, like, animistic form of politics of the sacred, where it's like the king, it goes right back to the
king embraces Lothrop's Goddard.
Like the king is a monarch that is like a divinity unto himself. And then it's revealed that there's obviously spiritual powers afoot in this universe. And then the thing is, like, it is sort of like the Anglo-American thing against, because there is this war with continental Europe. But then it's later revealed, even though they have this intense like racism towards the Japanese, lo and behold, again, and I guess this is why right-wingers like this anime so much, like the Japanese prove themselves to be on equal footing. And it's like an intra-Hyperborean war between like these just civilizations.
I mean, just remember that the racism in this is Japanese. It's Japanese racism.
Yeah.
They all look, and they
like
look the same.
Type of race. Oh yeah, well, okay. Number one, all the characters look the same. You cannot tell. There's one character. There's one character who is Indian, right? And you can tell because he has dark skin. Yeah, who's Indian in the show.
Not to be confused with the other dark-skinned character who is
supposed to be full-blooded British. Yeah,
she's Welsh.
She's Welsh. She's just Welsh. It doesn't matter that she's brown. Yeah, the exact same color as.
Oh yeah, and Rome never took the British Isles either. That's the other thing.
Yeah, so the British.
That's the other divergence point.
So the British achieve ethnogenesis way quicker in this scenario. If the Romans never took the British Isle, I believe there would probably be maybe a King Alfred figure way quicker as well in this scenario.
Well, there had to have been. There has to have been, because a bunch of the models of mech are named after Knights of the Round Table.
Yeah,
I mean, the capital is Pendragon also.
Right.
Yeah, keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Like the newest nightmare model that we meet is literally called the Lancelot. Like this is the national mythos of the British people is, the Knights of the Round Table. So I mean, like, there's some kind of quasi monotheistic, Christian aesthetics, but also at the same time, like, it isn't explicitly mentioned, despite the fact that, like, there's numerous discussions about messiahs and crosses to bear. Like, it's just sayings. When there's obviously like other spiritualistic things going on, there's witches, and
season 2 confirms Christianity exists in this timeline, and yet it's never like it's just never like mentioned or addressed that like Christianity seems to be a non-factor by the time of the show.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, I think this may be more second season, but there still is despotic, like Eurasian or like Chinese style strongman politics where the average person's a bug, basically. And
China seemingly had a communist revolution but kept their emperor. For some reason.
Imagine like His Holiness Xi Jinping. That's basically what China. Their Holiness the Politburo. Like the Chinese.
And they still have eunuchs, by the way. Still, the ruling class is eunuchs.
Yeah.
No
still have
way.
Unix.
Yes, very,
Just like
very,
America.
very similar. Damn it, very similar to the present timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is incredible, and I don't want to spoil it, but there's a lot to look forward to with the whole Chinese Federation arc
Yeah.
in season 2, because it's just like a really great commentary on how crazy the Chinese are.
Oh yeah, but the thing is with Code Geass is that you have this like weird fusion of different anime tropes, spiritual, like really truly like a spiritual politics, because it gets into like a lot of episodes are essentially just geopolitical haggling, which is kind of crazy. Like if we did have a world where
that was like some of the most interesting parts. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, but that's what I mean. Like if we had a world where
the haggling with the Chinese Federation is way more interesting than like, oh my God, the student council has to figure out a budget for the activities.
They have to find a cat.
The best part of season 2 is that stuff is way more toned down.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I have a schizo theory though. I have a schizo theory about Code Geass.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay, so you know how the main character. So backtrack. The main character is Lampush Lelouch, right? He is the
Lelouch v. Britannia.
Yeah. He is a Britannian. He's in this private school in what's it called? District 11 or Zone 11?
Yeah, Japan.
Area 11.
Japan. Area 11, which is Japan. They're called 11s. They're not called Japanese anymore. It's not called Shinihon. It's not called the homeland anymore. It's called Area 11. And so you have this private school for rich kids who are tied to the monarchy.
Or as I like to call it, MacArthur's fantasy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But Lelouch, he is Britannian. So I'm thinking like, is this a subtle nod to Lyndon LaRouche, like LaRoucheism, where it's like City of London controls the world and like Babes Tech and wholesome third worldism and resource-based economy comes in. Yeah.
So for context, because a lot of people don't know this about Code Geass, because when I interact with them, so the guys who made Gundam are the same guys who made Code Geass. It's Sunrise. And
not
Gundam
the writer.
No, not the writer, but
the studio production team,
the studio that produced
and not the character designs, because that's all Clamp.
Yes,
which is insane.
Well, to be fair, there are some Gundam series that kind of look like this, but and Gundam is like deeply political and references very niche political topics as well. Really? And so I would totally believe that actually they were making a reference to LaRouche with Lelouch.
Yeah.
I could totally see that, because I mean also like it much like Gundam, it's also wrapped up in a lot of Japanese like post-war feelings about war in general.
Yes.
They're very critical of both sides. They want to paint both sides in any conflict as very flawed, which is hilarious in Gundam, because one side is like, well, we're a democracy with a bureaucracy, and we just don't think that radicals should be self-governing themselves. I think that a strong federal executive is good. And the other side is like, kill 2 billion people right now.
Yeah. But also, like, there's that thing about, like, we are this, sensitive, sophisticated people that will find a way to overcome external colonialism. But the Chinese, though, and the Indians, they're like total just like bugman people being controlled by eunuchs. Like, fuck them. Like, it's but then of course they have to only. But then only the Japanese can liberate the Chinese.
There's the Japanese, and there's the Britannians, who are the
white people,
the pan white race,
pan Aryanism, Asian Aryanism,
and so those are the only. So it has actually. There's even honorary Britannians. So they have Aaron. They have Aaron Aryeh.
God, that
this
made me
literally
laugh
is
so
like,
hard. I was just like, he's an honorary, and I was like, oh, they mean this literally.
They do.
This is like literally the pill eater Asian Aryanism. Like, this is what this whole thing is. And
it is actually phenomenally based, and like no one, literally no character questions that dynamic at all.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
They're just like even the most
as I said
sympathetic
in the
characters.
show description,
Yeah.
I found myself rooting for the quote unquote bad guys again, because like I'm listening
Yes.
to one of the royalty give the eulogy for Clovis's funeral, and he's just like,
Oh,
"We
yeah.
are not like the other races who
You
were
mean
like,
the emperor?
command
Yeah, it's funny
economies.
too.
And we're not like the Europeans who allow equal rights and like gives to all." He's like, "We evolve, we move
No
on,
one's
and we
created
conquer."
equal.
And I'm like, based.
It's like, imagine if the British Empire had residual elements of Christianity, but they went for like Bronze Age pervert Nietzscheanism. That's like
Yeah,
essentially, like it's
The
Yeah,
Emperor
Like, I
Charles
believe
V.
in one
Britannia
God, the
is
Father
Bronze Age
Almighty, but
pervert.
also, by the way, I must kill all of you.
it's the way that Yukio Mishima imagined the British. So like
Be
it's
the British that Yukio Mishima thinks that you are.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
hopefully
you do have
heterosexual.
Well-
yeah. You do have there's a lot of heterosexuality in this series. But
In
like,
fact,
maybe this
every
this is one of the
gay-
straightest animes I've seen so far.
yeah.
Every gay, I just want to point out that every gay is immediately punished.
Yeah,
By
that's
the
right.
way, so I mean, there's I think the first time that gayness as a possibility ever comes out is in the episode where they are trying to catch the cat, and whoever catches the cat gets a kiss from a member of the student council.
Yeah.
There are like 5 girls standing there, and 4 of them are like, "We want to get kissed by Lelouch," and then another one's like, "I want to get kissed by Millie," who's like the female queen bee student body president.
Girl boss.
And they all immediately say, "Go back in the closet."
Yes, it's so good. Oh,
No, but what's very interesting is that it envisions, I think, like what the Japanese do, because they haven't they have a deep knowledge, but an outsider knowledge of a lot of tropes from European antiquity up until the present. And so I think from first principles, like a lot of other anime you find, a lot of mangas, is that they will reverse engineer from first principles what would the divine right of kings and what would a massive seismic geopolitical regionalism look like in the age of advanced technology, where there's mecha suits that can just destroy whole continents, where there's like literal spiritual technology. And it's also mentioned later on, the Akashic records as well as also mentioned.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Good old
yeah.
Seas the Sea World has is basically Edgar Casey. The C stands for Casey.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who Edgar Casey actually was involved in a lot of there was these like parapolitics people a few weeks ago. They were talking about like, the New Age movement was always inherently right wing, but there is like, when it comes to 19th century occultism, there is like a lot of elements that were there in various like rightist movements in Europe, and they, the Vril theory comes to mind, and so
but Vril the Coming Race was also written as science fiction.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which was then embraced by certain,
It's not exactly the same.
Theory fiction, like Reza Negastromi.
That's right. It's not it's not exactly the same as Helena Blavatsky's direct connections to right-wing esotericism.
Blavatsky and Alice Bailey, of course, would then later be appropriated by like, you have this divergence. You have like leftist New Ageism, and then you have like traditional school.
I think I've mentioned before that Theosophy had a complete and total victory in the early 20th century.
Really?
And the entire Western conception of religion as a category is completely theosophical.
We have to bring you on again to talk about this, but anyways, because that's a very interesting topic for me. It's how can you envision godlike ability, advanced technological society, but also like this very like the world is just bold-faced, divided into regional blocks that have their own life worlds, their own civilizations, but not burdened by a lot of like pretensions towards global liberalism. How can you envision this world? And that's the beauty of Code Geass. Even though you do have like a lot of liberal ethos within the alliances between these nations that want to topple the British Atlanticist Holy Britannia Empire, but that's sort of like more of a geopolitical strategy rather than like it's not like what we envision nowadays to be like the prevailing ideology of transnational progressivism. It's much more of like a, you know, alliance of multipolarity versus this like dominator type of thing. So, but let's go from the beginning. So Lelouch is a high school student. What happens to him, and how does he get this ability, Geass? What is Geass? What does it actually translate to? Onizuka, you may.
It's not a Japanese word.
No, it's not.
No,
it is not.
It's a curse quest sort of obligation.
It comes from Celtic mythology, actually.
Someone in chat had a really good.
I would just put that up on screen in chat if you can find it.
Matthew Berry. A Geass is a curse or a taboo that comes from Goidelic mythology in Ireland. You violate it and are assured to die soon. Cui Culain couldn't refuse food from a woman, but he couldn't eat dog food. So basically it's just an absolute obligation that you must follow, right? So a command, a total command, or death. So you can say, all right, you need to find a green-eyed Asian woman to have this curse lifted, or you have to kill every single Japanese person who exists,
which comes up.
Yes, which one of the greatest.
Or you have to kill
parts.
Yourself as well. That's
which is fitting. It's interesting that they use that name for the power when it really only feels like it applies to Lelouch's Geass, because his Geass is literally telling, forcing people to do things. While everyone else's Geasses that we see are like of varying degrees of just random psychic powers, usually like seeing a little bit in the future, stopping time,
going exactly 6 hours into the past,
or rewriting history, stuff like that, or not rewriting history, rewriting memories,
forgetting memory, forgetting.
Yes. And so it's but I think it's very fitting to a lot of the overall themes, especially this will be more poignant when we talk about season 2, considering the ending. I don't want to spoil it because I know Prude has not seen season 2 yet. So, but
I'm like 5 episodes in.
You're gonna get some big. This is not a spoiler. You're gonna get some big Judson vibes with the ending.
Yes, and the ending is quite literally like a fulfillment of the Geass, which you'll find out as you go throughout the series that it is like it's a contract. There's the person who gives the Geass is getting something out of it.
The coder,
not just the person that gets the Geass.
Yeah.
There is also, I should say, in season 2 was retconned throughout the rest of the series. Like the rest of because there's like a lot more series than just the 2 seasons.
We don't really talk about that though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's like a bunch more. And
there's I think 2 movies that
if
take
you don't
place
count
after
recap movies,
2.
yeah,
if you don't count recap movies, which are okay, they're kind of whatever. I'm gonna be honest. I've seen them. They're not that
if you have a problem with the high school sections, you should just watch the recap movies and not the series.
Yeah, that is true. Though I've never actually watched the recap movies in full. I do know that they're like they remove almost all the high school elements.
I don't understand why Japan does that. I mean, honestly,
it's
money.
It's
like
just crazy.
Gundam did the same thing.
It's crazy that there's a market for that. I don't get why there's a market for that.
Yeah, but why is there a market in the West for the Mandalorian or whatever?
Yeah.
Well,
at least if the Japanese are gonna have like recap movies, like I don't think we get to say shit considering like we've now done the MCUification of almost every popular IP.
Though I would say like that's a lot of that is like importing stuff from like Japanese media, because like there is like a lot of slop.
It's historical nihilism to say otherwise.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, because like even Gundam did this. Like and honestly, the best way to watch the original Gundam is to just watch the recap movies, and then watch the shows for everything else Universal Century.
That's like saying, what's your favorite band? The Beatles. What's your favorite album? The Best of the Beatles.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the best thing of Universal Century. Like the original Gundam series is kind of the least interesting Gundam property, not to be honest, and that might be a really hot take with people. But yeah, and back to Code Geass, yeah, and then there's also a sequel series that takes place after Code Geass that I have not watched. However, it looks like the worst shit ever. It literally looks like Force Awakens, but Code Geass, where they do this soft reboot shit where, we're actually just gonna return everything to the status quo and redo A New Hope. It's the rebels and the Empire again, but this time it's Neo Britannia. And
you guys liked that, right?
Yeah.
But
So
what's funny is that what are they called? The Dark Knights? Not the Dark Knights. The
Black Knights. Yeah,
the Black Knights. Like they form with these other nations a mosaic system, you could say, so that the British can't take out them altogether.
What's that? Mold buggy and patchwork?
Well, it's a mosaic system as formulated by the Quranic economist and Kantian scholar Jelani, or what's Fruin's pronouncing his name? Lanjani. Sorry.
Camille Nanjiani?
I had to get that in. They have a mosaic. No, so anyways, Lelouch is best friends with I'm blanking on his
an honorary.
Yeah.
Suzuka.
Suzuka,
who is the son of the last prime minister of Japan.
Yes. Who allegedly killed himself, sunsetted. But then I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, we're an hour in. Just keep going. Fuck.
Okay.
He didn't auto expire. Yeah.
He didn't
Epstein himself.
He didn't Epstein. Yeah, exactly. Well, that comes out later. Is in the first season to reveal what actually happened?
Yes, it is.
Suzuka
killed his father.
He was the one that killed his father.
Suzaku, by the way. I have to because everyone's commenting about it.
Just let it be.
Suzaku is totally. They both experience hardship and poverty and the invasion of Britannia into Japan, but Suzaku is different. Suzaku is a transgender. He's like, trust the British plan. I'm going to become a warrior. The only way to fight through peace is to go into the institution and reform the British Empire from within. Whereas Lelouch is like he's like a panikin. He's not a transgender. He's a total plan. He's T-wording out and he's saying
he's
no.
He's tuned out and he's ready to take down the Britannian Empire.
All because his little
that you have to use this terminology.
Disabled.
Just because his little sister.
I'm sorry, Prud. I'm just being an asshole. I'm sorry.
Just because his little sister got ventilated by some other high-ranking chodes. That's right.
But
that's right.
For the audience that hasn't listened to
his Lelouch's mom, who is royalty, got ventilated.
Well,
allegedly,
she technically wasn't royalty. She was the only commoner wife.
That is true. He's a commoner's wife.
One of the lesser cum dumps of the emperor.
Yes,
that's true. One of the lesser. They had the pleasure to marry. Anyways.
No, I didn't coin that. Moonbear coined that term, not me.
Well, still. Anyways, so she gets ventilated. Lelouch's little sister is blinded and cannot walk. She is paralyzed from the waist down. You can think of that other anime with the guy who falls in love with the girl in the wheelchair. There's kind of like that dynamic also going on.
I want to hug the gator.
Speaking of safe horny.
No, the other one. Although I've seen that clip so many times now because of you, Cap.
It's
I
good,
know I'm
though.
going to see it later just because you mentioned it by name.
Yep, that's right.
It's good though. That is good.
So immediately,
that's something that I would play in review for $500.
I want to hug. You should just play Snoot Game.
So
Anyways,
here you have the Holy British Empire. Okay, scroll British Empire. Here Japan, and
are you trying to do the Professor Jiang voice? I'm
Someone
going
mentioned it.
In
I'm going to
Japan.
find you and just no. You're
Here-
getting it. You're getting the
here's my
Canadian healthcare
whiteboard.
Hold
costs.
on. I got one. In Japan, British take Japan, and in Japan there are anti-British. Anti-British want to fight British in Japan to take back Japan. This is source of conflict. Expert
no.
geopolitical.
You never want to kill your enemy so much that they will piss them off. You don't want to do that. They might launch a flare at you.
I actually do. He may glow, but like I gotta admit, he's kind of entertaining though, Professor Zhang. No, but anyways, what I was gonna say is a serious point. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be serious, but also like I'm slipping in certain unserious points. I'm
Just
very
slipping
sorry.
it in.
No way.
No, but no. So, anyways, a serious point is that immediately you have, which I mean, I don't want to say like, I mean, it is a common anime trope, but it's a very important one because it's the way that, anime and manga, it's the way that they think about what is one's life, what is one's purpose. You immediately have this dual obligation that is deeply felt, this loyalty and fealty that Lelouch has towards his sister Nunnally. His whole world is basically to create a better world for her, and also his friendship with Suzaku, yeah. So, and then of course, like,
And also all the bitches that he
yes, and all the women that he falls in love with, they all fall in love with him, but for some reason, like, he never
and he
seals
does
the
have
deal
he
with
does
any of
have
them.
he does have gentle sex off screen. I'm convinced with many of them. And then he goes
You
to
know,
confession because he's secretly Catholic, and
he's got
he
his
gets right
hag
with the
GF.
world.
He's got his, Hapa GF. He's got
He's
his
got his witch,
retarded
immortal,
redhead
mommy,
GF.
dommy GF. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hag GF.
The hag GF. Yeah.
If
Yeah.
anything, I would just simply say Code Geass is an introspective and autobiographical explanation into the Hapa experience, predating Elliot Rodger by a good 12 years.
Yeah. But the
Yep.
thing is, though, he does, like, there isn't an impulse to have stark contrast between, like, Lelouch is 100% good. He's fighting the heckin' wholesome multiculturalism against the evil eugenicist British. Lelouch does a lot of incredibly evil things. He's
also just like, he's not like, there's a tendency with these characters, especially in modern anime, for these kind of super genius characters to like never fail. Their plans always like come out on top. But like very early on in the series, Lelouch fails. Immediately after Clovis is replaced, he tries to do the exact same thing he did to Clovis and fails completely.
Like, he psyops people. He takes advantage of like this kid brother that they give him in the second season. Like, he ruins relationships with women. He at times he will be blinded by his own ego. But the one thing that's evident in the very first episode, he's a master tactician. He's a chess champion, and he can see like 12 steps ahead of everybody. But later on in the series, he thinks. Or so exactly, Prudence. So he thinks. Later on in the series, when it comes to the Geass ability that he has, and every Geass ability is different. His is to command people to do whatever he wants. So theoretically, like, he could do all sorts of shenanigans, but I guess they're not going to get into that. But and
he never does he never does like, you're my slave forever now.
Yeah.
Well,
until later.
Until much later.
I was about to say until later.
And they do the same thing with Suzaku too, because Suzaku, it's almost like they preempted tropes in modern anime, and are doing a deconstruction of tropes that didn't necessarily fully exist yet. Of like the super genius who always does everything, always his plans always work out, and then on the other side with Suzaku, like the morally virtuous protagonist who like never does anything wrong and is always thinking about, well, the ends don't justify the means, because like I think that's the real dichotomy between Suzaku and Lelouch is about the ends are more than the means. And Suzaku is always the
Means are an
the
end in
means
themselves.
the means cannot the means are an end to themselves. And if you use evil means, you can't have a good end. And then both of them figure it out later, really even at the end of season 1, that they're both wrong, but more so in season 2 they come to the conclusion that they're both wrong, and that this like very fundamentalist belief about both of their viewpoints doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's
in reality.
The ultimate message of Code Geass is that you should definitely run psyops, but you shouldn't run so many psyops that you psyop yourself.
Yes,
you psyop yourself,
actually,
essentially.
though.
Exactly. Yeah. He's sort of like, I'm like Jolly and West one day, but I'm also like Timothy McVeigh the next, and it's like that doesn't work. That just doesn't work.
Wait, which one was? Okay, never mind.
Which
one is Suzaku? Which one is Suzaku in this your scenario, Gio?
Well, no, I mean Lelouch himself is like, he's trying to pull this grand psyop, but also he's a victim of it. And then, as we see with the princess Kiyomi, the one that does the massacre of the Japanese people,
Euphemia.
Yeah, Euphemia. Yeah, like he's. Which, what really pissed me off?
Which is very interesting because, Christianity is not really a thing here, but she has a very Christian name.
Yes, yeah. It's just she wear a cross as well. I know Nunnally does.
Yes, she does. Yes. So actually, there's a lot of the Britannian royalty will wear the cross.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Even that Lezo.
But what pissed me off? I know we're kind of skipping ahead. What really pissed me off, guys? Why doesn't Lelouch just say, listen, so to set up the scenario, they're going to make a deal between the Black Knights and the British to have their special zone of their own ethno state of Japanese people. Mm-hmm. And Yuffie
an autonomous region.
An autonomous region. And Yuffie's the administrator
but for the Japanese.
Exactly. Kurdistan but for the Japanese, right?
Man, do not mention Kurds in present day Japan.
Oh no! Oh boy,
they're having some problems.
So then Yuffie, what is later revealed to Lelouch is that after a while, if you use the Geass ability enough, then you can't control it, because you have to see somebody to control their minds, to rewire their mind. And there's this scenes where literally the circuitry in their brain is rewired. So he says, looking at Yuffie just as a lark, just as a joke, he's like, I could tell you to just massacre every Japanese person and you do it. And lo and behold, she goes right out there and she says, I have to G-word-eyed every single Japanese person. But what really, and then there's this huge massacre in the stadium.
And the problem is that his Gia, and this is,
it's like a Murrah building.
It's very contrived. It's very contrived because his ability had never malfunctioned until exactly at the moment that he was saying, "Lol," massacre everyone.
So what really pissed me off though is that he never reveals to his friends that he's like, I didn't mean to do this. I guess he just figured it's his burden. As it's revealed, especially in season 2 when he reflects upon it, is that he believes that he has to bear the sin of Yuffie, and it is his fault, because at the end of the day, the reason why it happens is so he can be punished for his hubris, because unlike a lot of shows, this show is willing to punish the protagonist and regularly punish him for his bad behavior. And it's almost too as if the show is saying, it's not
or the Geass power really is saying the show must go on, because the show would have ended if he did make the special autonomous zone, as Lelouch even comes to conclusion, is that he's literally been put into checkmate by Yuffie. Of all people, it wasn't a grand strategist or a noble warrior. It was just
be real nice.
It was just a nice girl that he was
longhoused by a Foyd.
Yeah, like literally
No, but
one-shotted
the
by
autonomous
his
zone-
half-sister.
That was his sister. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but the autonomous zone, it's almost like a de-radicalization op. It's like it's like you get your little Disneyland Gladio nationalism over here, where you're like not a bothered.
Which is
Kinda
why
like the Kurds.
Even the rebel forces are like, well, they're just going to do this so they can get mining rights and strengthen the
Yes.
empire. Like we can't
exactly.
do this.
Yeah, exactly.
But publicly, like optics wise, they can't oppose it, and so the
Well,
only
hey,
it's
so-
almost
so
like,
what-
it's almost
sorry,
like
hold
Al
on, hold on,
Nusra
hold on.
in Syria in a weird way.
So what happens? What happens is that, so he says this thing is a lark, and then Yuffie walks out of the stadium, which is full of Japanese people who are there to celebrate this new like peace accord,
Yeah.
right? Asks them all politely to die. None of them do.
Okay, before I guess, I mean, we're already in the weeds of it all, but like I watched this dubbed. I just because that's what I found on the Pirate Bay that's what I watched. And so the voice actress for Euphemia in English was just so delightfully like any sort of Japanese anime voice. It was like, can you all just die, please? Like it was so I broke out laughing watching it when that happened.
Yeah,
I was just like, this is so on the nose, like a stereotype anime thing.
It's supposed to be like comedically dark in a
There's
way.
a lot of dark comedy, especially in season 1, where it's just like this is very
people getting
entertaining.
blown up and
because like the first 3 episodes of the show this is probably like a don't judge a book by its cover thing, because for me it was like very much I messaged Cap the other night. I was like, golly, I fucking hate internal monologuing in anime where it's just like, I am so smart and I am so superior and all these things are going to go according to my way. And I'm like, if I ever met someone who like literally acted like this in real life, I think I would beat the shit out of them.
And that's why, honestly, that's like a high point.
This show is also kind of responsible for a lot of the Chuny sort
true.
of like posing, like where he's like, he holds like one hand over his eye.
Halfway through.
Unfortunately,
through season 1, it does get better because like he is not as arrogant. But like, oh man, the first half is rough when it comes to that.
He learns his lesson. The show punishes him, and like, the show is responsible for like a lot of the Chuny phenomenon, and that is like an unfortunate reality of if you're like first time watching this is, in the big year of 2026, is that you are seeing this show after it is influenced specifically Japanese culture, but even it's outpoured into like a lot of Western media.
A lot of like soillennial tropes are in this as well.
Yes, and so you're like reading back into it things that did not exist at the time, which is just something that's inevitable. Like it's the same thing with watching something like The Thing.
Not Grim from Red Hood is in chat saying, not Grim from Red Hood is saying that this is ground zero for the Chunibyo.
Yeah,
what is Chuny though? What is Chuny for people who don't know?
The literal meaning of it is middle school syndrome, where you're like a middle school edgelord.
Yes.
It's like I've read like a few pages from the God delusion type of deal.
Yeah,
I'm enlightened by my own intelligence.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
But it's also just like LARPing
LARPing
IRL at your like school, like going to your school in like a black trench coat and
none
being
of them
like,
understand the depth
you
of
can
my
call
pain.
me the Blaze Master, something like that.
So
There's a good show
from
My Name
Meet the
is
Robinsons.
Blade.
There's a decent romance anime called Chunibyo that explores this dynamic really well.
I was kind of like, how Mark Levin's getting back in the news cycle? When I was in high school, I used to listen to his show. Like, he used to troll these libs. And I remember I had this politics class. I would like do these debates with people. And I literally would drop the line, let me educate you. Let me educate you. I'm like, oh man, I'm so
my fucking God.
Yeah, but it's true. It's true. Like, it's, we all had that cringe, like, the rotation.
I see. For me, the thing that really gave me a lesson was like my freshman year of high school, there was a short red-headed senior who glasses, acne, like he played the stereotype to a T. And in between each period, he would like anime run, like Naruto run to his locker, and he would have his arms behind him and he would like lean into it. And he's already like 5'6", you know, like it's not. Life was not. I mean, he's a good. I mean, I think he's a well-paid computer programmer now. So I mean, like he got what he wanted.
You mean he actually became Hokage?
Yeah, basically. And so as he's running, I remember this. Like this was like probably I want to say halfway through my freshman year of high school. Someone finally got sick of his shit and tripped him. Like, and he just ate it on a concrete floor,
Blew
broke his nose,
off.
And he never ran like that again.
See, bullying works, people.
By the way, go
I'm
watch
a firm
my
believer.
review of Napoleon Dynamite.
See, bullying. Well, actually, that's not really bullying. Someone paid you to do it, but I mean, bullying works even more when you have money.
Sure,
I think they call that findom, Gio.
Oh my god! With Napoleon, that's kind of like that.
Why can't guys be into findom? I mean, like actually just getting paid for stuff.
That probably should work, considering that women.
I knew a guy who was into that. Actually,
consumer spenders of the sexes. It's like
I knew a guy.
Actually, women should pay me.
That's what I'm saying.
I knew a guy who was in a relationship with it. My old roommate. He was dating a 30-year-old Japanese woman who was a virgin, who would like literally pay for his like DoorDash. Pay for their first Christmas together. She bought him a $600 Criterion Collection Olympic movie box set.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Yeah,
so
and then so many people are gonna put a hole through their wall after hearing this last part. He broke up with her, and the reason that he broke up with her is that he just didn't feel it anymore.
What the fuck? You fucking moron.
I have a friend, Wisconsin racist on Twitter, who I told him this thing, and he also known as David Ricky Rainey Lambert.
I went to Latin mass with my friend Grapist Nick.
Yeah. But I told him this story, and he straight up literally told me, and like you could tell he was serious because he when he's being serious, he puts on a voice that he couldn't possibly replicate. He was like, I would fucking kill this guy if I meet him. If he is at your graduation party, I will kill this man.
He was like, you cause
my steak is too
like,
juicy.
I cannot forgive you.
My pizza's too cheesy. My steak
is too juicy. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
My 30-year-old virgin Japanese.
Yeah,
mom is being too generous.
Japanese virgin.
And I met her one time when she came to the States to visit him, and she was a lovely woman. Like very nice, extremely considerate, and then he's just like, yeah, I just don't feel it anymore.
Death penalty.
And now he's dating like I think like a tomboy who has a Letterboxd account.
Like, he jumped from reverse findom to tomboy GF.
Wait,
with a Letterboxd account.
He's like, my name is Earl, where he like wins the lottery, wants to return it to like do good, wins the lottery again.
Yeah.
Get what you fucking deserve.
And you know what's the worst part about this all? He was gay in high school, so.
What?
I'm sorry that someone.
He's gay right now.
True. Yeah, back up on a second, girl.
What did you say? He was gay in high school?
He was gay in high school. He
had
a
virgin 30-year-old.
Yes.
Pay Piggy GF.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's got.
Now he's dating it. Now he's dating an
NB
who.
NB.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I guess he's got preferences. No, I was gonna say, like, would you say Napoleon Dynamite's kind of like a Chuny character?
No.
Yes.
No.
Actually.
No.
I would 100% say he's a Chuny character.
No, I honestly, JD from Scrubs is a better Chuny character than
the fucking.
No, I mean, sure.
What's his face? What's his face from Whose Line Is It Anyway? His character in Napoleon Dynamite, the one who dresses in like American flag clothing, like he's a Chuny character.
MMA master,
yeah. He's a Chuny character.
I agree.
I know that. I know that guy only from the Drew Carey show. and
Yeah,
also
he was
Just
all-
for Laughs
Yeah.
gags. Yeah.
He was also on Whose Line Is It?
You know
Whose
who's
Line
a
Is It?
Chuny character? I might get in trouble for saying this, but that Fugitive Caesar guy, he's a Chuny character. He's a real life Chuny character.
I'm gonna get a DM from him in about like a day if he is still listening to the show. But we'll for the sake of not getting angry DMs.
My
I'm not-
treasured mutual billionaire psycho is not a Chuny.
I thought you were gonna say Martin, but yeah, that's even better.
No,
Not a
Martin's actually too normal to be Chuny. I know that's a wild thing to say.
Yeah.
As a mutual
Anyways.
Martin.
Anyways, let's move on. So then, how does
this all starts because the rebel forces steal something and they're running off to the last parts of like the ghetto. Our friend Lelouch discovers it, gets trapped. Turns out it's not a WMD, it's a witch. It's a void.
It's
which
a
is already
void
kind
in
of
a
like
box.
a WMD.
It's poison gas. No, it's worse. It's a woman.
It's my void in a box.
It's a void in a box, and she is knocked out of stasis and grants Lelouch this power, which upon direct eye contact allows him to only once and only once verbalize command.
Per person.
Per person. Yeah, once per person, direct eye contact, give them an order. And to test out this ability, he functionally tells a group of Britannian soldiers to just go blow their brains out, and he does and succeeds. And it's a slow burn for him understanding how his power works, while also you get your high school slice of life anime mixed with I must betray my own blood and kinsmen for the sake of revenge.
But that's the
season
thing.
1.
But also like he sort of walks his way into it, because the truck that the Japanese the 11 terrorist group steals, or Liberation Force rather, they crash, and then Lelouch goes to help them, and he like makes this weird split-second decision of like, well, I guess I'm gonna take my chance, shoot my shot, and liberate Japan, even though I'm a Britannian. But does he really
he
care about
already
the
hated his
Japanese, though?
dad.
Yeah,
he already
hated his dad as the emperor. Yeah,
like it's implied in the first episode that he's ready to like destroy Britannia because
he was just expecting it to take a lot. Like he would have to wait longer before he could start initiating.
Because he didn't have
plans.
superpowers or connections to a rebel faction.
Mm-hmm.
So then he like automatically becomes like a warlord, like a with a spiritual power, like in the span of like an hour. He's like, I guess I'm doing this right now.
I mean, it's him and he's basically somebody was talking
same
about
voice
earlier,
actor, Light Yagami.
Yes, him and Light Yagami are the same in that regard. In fact,
same voice actor, same character.
Yeah, they influence each other, because I think they both were ongoing at the same time, if I remember correctly. And so I mean, he was ready and had the intent to destroy Britannia beforehand. He just got a move up on the timetable because of this power. And it's both shows explore the both Code Geass and Death Note explore the psychology of these people who were at their heart they were these like megalomaniacs. They just didn't have something to enable it.
And there is points where Lelouch will like laugh like a madman, and that typical what then would become the typical anime, evil villain laugh. But yeah, that's very interesting though. He just like takes his chance, and then he's wrapped in this world. But if we were to criticize Code Geass, like the one nonsensical part is that he has to hide the fact that he takes on this character called Zero that is like waging full-scale war against the greatest empire in human history. But he's also still Lelouch Lampuche, the high school student in this prestigious academy.
He has three different characters he's technically playing too, because Lelouch Lampuche is itself also a character,
a pseudonym.
Because he can't.
This is a man handling 3 different alt accounts on Twitter.com.
Literally. It's
This is Jack Posobiec. This is End Wokeness, and some third account that he runs. Like this is all.
Rick Paul used to have a bunch of those accounts. Yeah. No, but like, what's his real name? Then that's one part I forget. It's been a while.
Lelouch v. Britannia.
Britannia.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's of royal blood.
I think he's the 11th. I think they said the
17th in line for the
17th
throne.
in line for
Yeah.
the throne.
Yeah.
To which everyone thinks he's dead, or at least in the royal bloodline.
Lelouch is basically the average Indian online user.
So many alts. That's so true.
Alts and mass reporting an army to go destroy
well, then like later on
civilization.
the Indian government actually does give the Black Knights a huge amount of resources and
They do.
nightmares and technology that the
And
British
the one clean Indian who is a chain smoking Foyd who with blonde hair for some reason.
and she's sort of like in it just for the research and development. She really doesn't have any like.
She's just there for vibes. Yeah,
pretty much. To like perfect her technology, that's pretty much it. She's got very
and,
much
and,
like
and so there's
brain.
like a science rival with
the gay
this
guy.
autist, the
Yeah.
gay
Yeah.
autist. Yeah.
Well, he's
more
not
of asexual.
gay.
He's asexual.
I would say that he is a man who is in love with his work.
Yes,
Yeah.
He's
He
just
is,
like, I don't care, like, but I'm gonna go marry her because this is beneficial to me and it allows me to get more of a budget for my robots.
Yes.
Yeah, fair enough. He
So then Suzuka, he then ascends to becoming a Knight of the Round, even though he is an 11, and he promises himself to Yuffie, but then that doesn't go very well. And then then there's this whole
not
thing
account
about
of her
round is
genocide
later.
order.
That's season 2. He was going to
Okay, yeah.
become Yuffie's knight because
Yes.
each prince and princess got their own knight, and Yuffie chose him because they have a romance that of course did not end well. But
They have to choose a consort. Think Elden Ring.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
She ordered him to love her, and he said, "Okay."
And he said, "You know what? That never mind. I was about to make a really crude joke, and it wasn't going to be funny."
Anyways, no, but like, but the thing is that the tension is, and there is moments where I don't understand how people just didn't put 2 and 2 together. That Lelouch is Zero.
He doesn't change his voice.
He doesn't change it. Yeah, exactly. He
That
doesn't change his
Suzaku
voice.
didn't notice it.
Yeah,
In the
That's what
hundreds
kills
of-
me. He didn't even do like the courtesy.
This is what I sound like. Like he didn't do any of that.
He made his
All right.
voice slightly
I
deeper.
have to
when
take
he-
advantage
You
of
really
my
wanted to
wedding
use
present.
that. Yeah.
He's been biting at the nail, just waiting, like, oh, when can I deactivate the voice changer?
Prudes,
need
can
to
you say
activate-
I am Zero? Like, do the whole bit.
Why don't you just shut up? Just go from
No,
there.
no, but with the voice changer. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't he didn't go full
Nigel
Bale.
Carl's bad levels of alt.
Yeah.
He
yeah.
didn't do the Bale Dark Knight voice and go, Zero, I'm gonna destroy Britannia.
No, that's not how this plan works. Yeah.
He did the fancy fake out with the telephone and show. Actually, that one was pretty good.
I that is a good bit. That is
Although
one of the better high school.
it's the
arc
same
bits.
voice. This is what kills me.
Well,
he
it's
is
the
talking to
cadence
this
is
woman
different.
face to face in the shower, and she's like, "It's him. He's the one that was talking about the attack." And then all of a sudden, like, actually, it's the other guy on the phone who has
think
the
it's also
exact
the-
same fucking voice.
Also, want to point out it's the only time nipples are shown in the entire series.
Nope,
and I
that
gotta
is
give him
not
props.
No.
true.
Valletta
That is not
shows her
true.
nipples. Yeah,
Oh,
Valletta
that's
shows-
true. I actually completely forgot about that. You
There
know
are
what?
3 scenes where breasts are shown, and they are all.
I was
tasteful.
saying specifically nipples. There's a lot more scenes.
No.
in three with that.
You see, there. It's not the only scene.
I know. I remember the Valletta scene.
I hate
now.
the fact that this has all been said because I guarantee. I guess I was Ruska. I was keeping count because I don't really watch a lot of this stuff. So anytime that nudity happens, I'm always kind of taking it back. But it only happens 3 times, which is a pleasant surprise.
But is it implied
yeah.
that like Lelouch and Cece, the Hag Witch, like are they a thing? Like
not
or no?
not until the stuff that takes place after season 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah,
They
it's always,
eventually,
there's
eventually
romantic
they get
tension.
literally married.
Yes.
Eventually,
that's good.
eventually the safe horny comes out. At
So he
the end.
gets his
Yeah.
like MILF mommy dummy eternal GF.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
And
Not
it's
great.
worse if you've seen the movie that takes place after season 2, because like for the first half of that movie, Lelouch is in a I don't know how to describe it other than he is like retarded.
Fugue state.
He's like he's just like retarded in the first half. And she has to take care of him, like do basic things like clothe him. So
It's
Whoa.
it's Bizarro Guts Casca.
yes. Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Ew.
That's a good way to describe it, actually.
Yeah.
CC only loves Pizza Hut. Listen, man, that's if you're gonna land a
fucking loves
sponsorship for
Pizza
your
Hut.
show for placed product placement or paid product placement, there's a lot worse you could do than Pizza Hut.
I love the way anime does,
and it's been such a bitch because it's Lent is still going through, and I'm like, damn, I really want a pizza right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would, man, if I was making a property and I was like, the only way to do this is to make sure that that the characters say Baja Blast every episode, I would 100% take the Taco Bell endorsement.
My favorite of this like anime, like the weird way
You
anime
should just make
treats
that like the
product placement.
mecha's like weapon, like its ultimate. It's
well,
Baja Blast.
It's funny you say that, because what I was about to reference is an anime called Tiger and Bunny, that incorporates the literally uses the product placement as plot details, because it's like a universe where superheroes exist, and it's all recorded as a reality television show every time they go out and do like crime fighting. And they have company sponsors that have their like logo on their suits, and it's all real companies. Like Pepsi has one hero in the show, Amazon has one, Bandai has one. It's really great. I highly recommend Tiger and Bunny to anybody. But yeah, it's just it's always funny that almost every anime I've seen that has product placement in it, they actually make it like a story element rather than Western product placement, which of course is like, he's on a laptop, but we can only see the Samsung logo.
Right.
Well, I wonder if Steins Gate got Dr. Pepper money. Probably.
Yes.
What's funny about that is that there is sort of like a theme that you could also detect in Steins Gate of like, you were given a monumental ability and decision to make, and whatever decision you make, you cannot reverse. You can't go back. You can't like close Pandora's box. It's over, and you have to live with that, and you have to accept it. And I think like there's a running theme in a lot of like shonen anime where that's like, there comes a hero's journey decision-making time. And they're not going to lie, there is moments where Lelouch is Zero. He really does test his followers' ability, because he'll have like side missions that don't make any sense, but only make sense to him. He'll sacrifice everything for his family, but that's not really like in keeping with being like, a leader trying to do something for the greater good of people as a whole. There's many times where Lelouch will choose his own personal mission over the mission of like the actual plan, which is to topple the British Empire. And it's like,
he is his own faction.
Exactly. He's not like Chairman Xi-Ping.
Yeah.
Where he'll sacrifice everything for the... No, never mind. I'm joking. I'm not a China boo. I'm joking. I'm not...
He'll sacrifice anything to get one more hour of work out of those filthy, lazy Uyghurs.
What do you call these winged monkeys?
No, it's just because like me and Zoomer Shop and I were talking about the mind of Xi-Ping. And so, anyways,
when you know how to, I won't speak my mind on that issue because it's particularly entertaining. No, so I mean, for like for season 1, it gets particularly interesting because like Britannia really doesn't have. I mean, it's enjoyed has enjoyed technological supremacy over the Japanese, and it's very much implied that because of the nightmare frames, It's really why it was so easy to just steamroll the Japanese military, despite being neutral for
Nightmares
years.
have completely changed the game, much like drones have changed.
Yeah.
Warfare in real life, like
in the opening like history synopsis, there's literally a section showing the Nightmare frames fighting tanks, and they just circle strafe them. It's totally comical that they're just circle strafing the tanks.
I want you to think about the tutorial to Armored Core, and it's just like that. It's a walk in the park.
But the geopolitics of it, like there is also the total subjugation of Europe, but then the European Federation gains like partial independence.
The EU is its own. The European Union is its own faction. Like the continent of Europe is its own faction.
Especially by the time of season 2, large swaths of Europe are under the Britannia's control.
Yeah.
Like Britannia controls like the majority of the world. Like they have a majority of
more than 2/3 of the world they control.
No, but that's what I mean.
It really is a paradise in a lot of respects.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, but like imagine like the city of London, global British Empire is like going to literal war with the continent of Europe. It's like that type of like weirdo LaRouche like type of theory.
You really just want to make this about your like pet, things that you're into rather than.
No. But
we're working so hard off the name right now.
We've spent so much time, and we haven't even talked about who the best girl is.
We'll get to that.
Who is best
they
girl?
They don't mention
Cap?
Russia though. Is Russia ever mentioned here? I know China.
No, not really.
No. So,
I'd imagine they'd be.
I remember the world map
season
correctly
1.
in my head. Like good portion. Russia is like divided between the Chinese Federation.
Hey,
and
for clubs, it's because people pay us to review it, so you can either sit down and enjoy your slop or go watch someone else. Thanks.
Don't be so.
Whoa! Hold on, that is actually good. Whoa, hold on. Code Geass is actually good, despite what the Prude has said earlier. It is actually an amazing.
Well, it's
show.
incredible.
Yes, but
I literally don't understand what the I don't know what the corner question is. I'm out of the loop.
I don't know what the corner question is either. Who's best girl, Cap?
C2.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna come out with a possibly very controversial, very bold take. But I think Euphemia is the best girl, actually.
Gay.
No fucking way.
Gay take.
I think you have to think for like manic pixie idealistic dream girls.
I do. There's something. There's something very wholesome about a girl who is willing to give up her position of royalty and like literally make a entire autonomous zone just so you could be together. I think there is something to that.
Check this man's hard drive right now.
Check his fucking hard drive.
I'm kidding.
All right,
I understand.
Here's why I like C2. I like C2 because she just bed rots all day. She's willing to chill, right? Bitch orders pizza, doesn't gain a single fucking pound.
She is just Ramona Flowers. I'm sorry.
Hold on. She doesn't gain a single pound. Eats pizza all day. She literally just does whatever.
Cap, you just want to be with a 19-year-old girl.
What?
Oh my god!
That's so true.
She literally just does whatever Lelouch says, and she makes him immortal and gives him superpowers.
Hold on.
So I don't know what anyone else brings to the table.
She doesn't necessarily do whatever Lelouch says. She does whatever she thinks.
Because the contract exactly stipulates that he's not allowed to die, and so she has to keep him alive.
I like the nightmare operator chick. What's her name?
Oh, Colin is good.
She's second.
I like her.
Colin's a good choice.
That we can agree on. Colin is second. That we can agree on.
Mortal fallback. Yeah.
No, but because Colin, she's like strong-headed. She has ability, but she also has a soft side. She doesn't take no shit. I like that.
She's a Hapa.
She's a Hapa. Which girl has the biggest we can all agree though that the head of the student council, she's like probably the least. I don't know, something about her, like she's kind of annoying.
She is annoying.
What about the wallflower femcel? What's your name? The wallflower femcel that like is driven to madness.
Oh, Nina. You mean where they have the random
lesbian?
scene? Yes, the lesbo. Nina is the lesbo.
The lesbian who straps herself into a bomb mech.
Yes.
Because her
a nuclear bomb mech, by the way.
Yes, because Yuffie, her unrequited lesbo one-itis died.
Tablespoon. I was wondering if we were gonna reference it.
I change. Okay, Colin is great. Who's the one that falls in love with Lelouch?
All of them.
That would be Shirley.
She's a middle schooler.
Shirley.
Okay, then forget about it. Colin it is.
Yeah, sure.
Or
Shirley
Cece. Cece is probably
the president. The which girl has the biggest drag? There's the best girl. Isn't that the president of the student council who's a total pervert?
No. Collins is bigger. Sorry.
Okay.
Actually, I think probably
I like Valletta. I like her. She's good.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Pakistani.
I need my Pakistani GF now,
She's
please.
just British.
I need my Pakistani GF. I am for British. I am Aryan. I am real Aryan.
Oh my god.
I am the Indo-Aryan, okay?
No, I think her relationship, because like Ogie is like he's a normal guy, but he's definitely loyal. He's a good, wholesome guy.
Yes.
And she's like a mommy dommy, like she's badass, Betty Bad Bitch. And they like just match made in heaven because he's like
I will say
guy.
I have lost my memory. I have lost my memory, so I don't know.
Because they show in season 2, they show their baby together.
Oh, really?
Yes, and that baby is just a Japanese baby. That is not a.
There you go.
So.
All right, so maybe she's just like maybe she's just like a fucking handbag, and she goes to the tanning bed all the fucking time.
It could be.
Yeah.
No,
that is the case with like brown characters in a lot of anime. Is that they're not like
just
literally
Yaru.
brown.
Yeah,
they're literally just tan.
I remember Wyatt
with
on
European
Twitter,
features.
I remember Wyatt on Twitter had this huge tirade once that like went super viral. This was a year or two ago where he talked about that like localizers that want to like make darker skin. Yeah.
Characters black.
I remember that.
Canonically not. Yeah.
Although Wyatt has I don't know, his takes recently are kind of never mind.
When he's talking about the things that actually matter, it's very entertaining.
When he's not like claiming
video games and anime and race relations, Wyatt is amazing.
True.
Yeah.
Geopolitics, not so much.
For Gio.
He's like the reason that Trump is hand tied by her back because there's Islamists in the Pentagon. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here, man? What are we doing here? Islamists in the Pentagon.
I think the only explicitly like besides the Emperor of Britannia, like the news guy, the media historian figure is the only really noticeably white character.
But I can't tell if I can trust him though. Like, what is his angle?
His angle is he loves propaganda. He loves being a fucking propagandist.
He's very clear. He's like, I want to be the man who tells your story.
Yes, he wants to be the guy.
I love a good drama.
The Indian scientist asks him why he's there, and he's like, Britannia peaked, fallen off. My skills are useless to them, but I can use this rebellion to make the most beautiful work.
Yeah,
he's just cranking out propaganda.
Yeah, he's like Jackson Hinkle.
Yeah, because he'll in season 2, without spoiling it, he might or might not jump ship.
I always wonder because like he's always testing people.
He's a thrill chaser.
Yeah,
yes, he is a thrill chaser for sure.
You can't really trust a guy who's like a media propagandist at the end of the day.
No,
it is literally
in
like
some ways you could say he's a disgrace propagandist.
He is a critique of journalists. Like he
is. Yeah,
he's just the most honest journalist.
Pretty much. Yeah.
That's really all
which
I can
actually
say.
That reminds me of like an anime I recently watched that also did this bit of like a very honest journalist. It's an interesting anime called Gate, where
with the Japanese self-defense forces like sponsoring it. I'm not gonna lie, I've watched the stuff that's come out like the first season.
Yes.
That is incredibly Kino. Like I know it's
just
military
watched it
propaganda,
recently.
but like, holy shit, triple the defense budget now.
Yeah,
What
I
do they
just
call in
recently watched
Japan?
it.
The territorial force? They don't call
The
it the
Japanese self-defense force.
self-defense
Yeah,
That's
they
force.
call it the
literally
Japanese
yeah.
self-defense, but they invade another world. And
But they don't have to
is-
leave Japan. They don't have to leave Japan on
Yeah.
do
Earth.
so, yes.
It's like
Yeah, they
Stargate.
go through a portal opens up, and they're like,
Yeah,
a portal
like
opens
Stargate.
up, and they're like, oh, we gonna fuck this.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I bring it up because there's a arc where their hands are tied because they've opened it up to the public and the government governments of other countries and journalists to come and see inside the special zone. And this journalist is taking pictures of soldiers just like sitting on their ass doing nothing. And what they're actually really doing is preparing for an operation. But like, and he's told this by a soldier and said, you're misrepresenting the truth by just trying to but by taking these selective photos and writing about it so selectively. It's like, we're journalists, we make the truth, we make it whatever we want, and whatever it sells us more gets us more money. And it was just like a very honest like moment. It was great. And I'm getting really distracted because the smoke alarm's going off and I'm not black.
Oh my god!
Honestly,
Prove it. Put a hand. Take a picture of your hand.
I'll
Send it
get-
to Prude.
literally 3 of us. Okay, Gio, you don't go anywhere. Cap,
True.
Onizuka, and myself have all had drinks together in person. We're amazingly white. We're immaculately white, and we didn't even need the 99-cent whitewash store for it.
Actually, Onizuka Groiper is fully black. I'm sorry. I can't lie to all these fine people.
Says this Sicilian.
I've seen on Izuka Graver. He's white. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
He's black in certain other ways.
True.
Down there.
But-
invited to the cookout. Never mind. I'm kidding.
But
Oh
yeah,
my
I keep getting
God.
distracted.
Make
by
him a
this
plate.
fucking- The detector.
Make him a plate.
I'm not going to sleep tonight because maintenance will not come out. Oh,
That was
You can always just drive up here, buddy.
true.
I think it was a Come Town bit where they were like doing the Trump impression. He's like, "Well, if you look down there in my pants, it's like I'm invited to the cookout." I remember that.
Yes,
was- yeah,
I
that
know
was
which
a
bit you're
cum joke
talking
there.
about.
Yeah.
You might want to
What-
get
the
that checked
second
out.
best-
That's necrotic.
The second best
Whoa.
Come Town Trump bit. The first best is talking about Robert De Niro being gay
Yeah.
and him blowing guys in the McDonald's in Herefordshire.
The best was the Ben Shapiro one where they're like with that show, the teen show, Mr. Feeney, the high school principal.
Oh
Yeah, that was funny. I was gonna see Topanga. No, Mr. Oh, we signed a contract, Mr. Shapiro. That was a great bit. I mean, I gotta admit, when Come Town was on, they were on, but not nowadays. But anyways,
nowadays they're
They
just.
still make more money than at least 3 of us on the stream.
yeah, true.
This is true.
Man,
No, but so Code Geass,
Topanga was best girl.
yeah, but
I remember.
what was that show called? Cat?
Certified old head moment.
Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World. Yeah, Mr. Feeney.
Boy meets the pause button on the VCR.
No.
Boy waits for the Topanga scenes.
Oh my god, whatever happened to the actress that played Topanga?
She's still around.
Oh,
Is
man.
she still Topanging?
Jeff
No.
Goldblum? I used to watch the Steve Harvey show. Jeff Goldblum was on the Steve Harvey show. I didn't know that.
Harvey show. What?
Hardest working man in
Yeah.
show business.
No, but anyway, so Code Geass.
I love
yeah.
Steve Harvey because Family Feud or whatever that is the game show he hosts, right? Is Family Feud?
He is one of the hosts that has
One of
had
the hosts.
Family Feud,
Okay.
yeah.
What I enjoy about Steve Harvey is that Steve Harvey's Family Feud is always like a white family versus a black family or a different minority, and like Steve Harvey gets to host the race war game show every night. And there's something oddly entertaining about that because you already know who he sides with when there's
And
like
there's,
a
like,
black
sex
family
jokes
on
everywhere,
show,
yeah.
on the stage. It's like we already know who Steve's rooting for.
No, but then the sex jokes are great too, where he just has that look on his face, like
He's perfected it. It's like the black
Yeah.
soy face. It's impressive.
Anyways, Code Geass. What was Africa a part of? Like, there's Asia,
They don't even
Africa,
bring
That's-
up
Europe.
Africa.
That's the best
Yeah.
part. There's
No
no
one talks
Africa.
There's a scene in season 2 where they do a compilation of like different parts of the world, and if I remember
Africa's like
correctly,
divided in half.
Africa
yeah.
is not even included in it. They do like every
The
continent.
Mandela effect is being played, and like Africa has just been collectively forgotten.
Yeah,
They
No,
should-
I think half of it's divided, but then I imagine Canada is obviously a part of the.
Yes.
Canada's part of
Yeah.
the Britannian
Yeah.
Empire. Pretty much the entire Western Hemisphere is the Britannian Empire.
Pretty much, yeah, including South America too.
Yes.
It like literally is like Fortress America, where it's like from North to South America, the whole
God,
thing.
it would be so good.
Monroe Doctrine, the Empire.
It's the currency is the Amero, you know,
Prime
like,
Prime Minister Monroe.
True.
I wonder though, what would happen if there was no American
James Tiberius Polk.
independence?
I mean-
Tiberius Polk.
Yeah, I mean, no, like United States is like a very different.
Like
Timeline.
America
I
is a
think this
word
captures it
only
pretty
exists
well.
in history books.
Yeah.
Technically, the Japanese analysis based on the events of Code Geass is that America saved Japan from racism.
True.
True.
So true.
No, but
I-
that's what I mean. Like, if there was no American Revolution, or if it failed, then I mean, eventually, I think maybe America would have gone the way of a lot of other Commonwealth nations like Canada, Australia, New Zealand, where they, I guess, after a period of attenuating British influence, they would achieve a form of nominal independence. I mean, maybe.
You mean I mean, Canada has much more than nominal independence from the crown.
No, but
That
you
is
know
a-
what?
that is a
no,
good
but
point.
the
Wait.
of the 1800s, I mean, is not.
Well, wait, hold on. Somebody brought up what happened with slavery since there's no revolution and thus no Lincoln. But
no, all of humanity is a part of a slave empire.
No,
Well,
slavery does not formally exist because it was still repealed in 1832.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
yeah. The
No,
the
but
English
there's still like
just-
serfs. There's still subjugation. There's still a peasantry class.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
there
this
is, but there
this is if the British Empire like never.
There's no chattel slavery.
Yeah, if the British Empire never got rid of like serfdom and peasantry,
Yeah.
it just made peasantry and serfdom like explicitly racial.
Yeah.
So
I do want to point something out on the topics of other numerical minorities who might have an unusual amount of power. The only one who I think we might need to check the early life on is the lesbian who nukes herself,
true.
because her
Yeah,
last
that's
name is
the-
Einstein.
That
Oh,
really
yeah.
doesn't come up. It really is like the Japanese
Yeah.
and the British. Yeah.
Yep.
Come up.
Like this
Mhm.
is very much an explicit. Yeah, it's really just about them.
Yeah.
Well, season 2
true
includes
utopia.
China a lot, but
True utopia.
yeah, I mean, like it does feel like a lot of the time that the three races are British, Japanese, and Chinese for the
Yeah, maybe
remainder of the
Indians
show.
here
No,
and
it's a very like explicit.
Yeah, but you get like 3 Indians and that's it.
Oh, I also love how the Italians are led by like a Mussolini figure.
Yes. Well, it's
Yeah.
that is one of the weirder things about the Code Geass timeline is that the EU still becomes a thing,
Yeah.
but it becomes like essentially Gunther Fellinger's like wet dream of what the EU
Yeah.
would be.
yeah.
Like an actual federal government.
Well, until they sign on with the Eurasian powers, though, then
Yeah,
Gunther
yes, of
Fengler-
course.
yeah. But that was out of necessity, though, against the British. So
Mhm.
I don't know. Is Gunther Fellinger like a British stan or no?
No,
Probably.
not really. I mean, like he's just
more of a
wants,
continental.
yeah, he's just continental.
His favorite
European.
philosopher is Ludwig von Mises.
Oh,
I
is
wouldn't
it-
think that he's a fan of like any sort of like Anglo-sphere philosophy.
Yeah.
No, he's very German, which is tracks.
Expected.
He's Austrian, so
Yeah.
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 He's the little Austrian that could.
yes.
No, but that's so the EU is in contention.
Yeah, as I said at the beginning, it's very 1984-ish.
Yeah. Eurasia, East Asia, and Oceania. I wonder if 1984 was an influence on Code Geass.
Probably.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, in like reference to Lelouch being a possible LaRouche reference. Sunrise hires people with like very niche political interests, because like, you know, Gundam is full of, you know, like references to like Evola and like Spangler and stuff.
Yeah, but people just watch Gundam for the fucking the mech suits, right? They don't.
No, that's the common misunderstanding. It's kind of like
It's the normie version of it.
Yeah, that is like the mech suits are literally just a device to bring you in. In reality, Gundam is Legends of the Galactic Heroes, but you know, they added mech to differentiate it.
Yeah,
and especially for the original series, it's mech. The mech action is like kind of whatever. Most Gundam series, they focus on the politics, the philosophy, especially Gundam: The Origin.
I should watch
Gundam. There's almost as many scenes. Like the Gundam is maybe the biggest. I don't know if this is necessarily a sin, right, of anime, but it's definitely a trope where you have a philosophical conversation in the middle of a battle.
Yes.
Right. That's
There's
Gundam.
The Gundam Thunderbolt movies are like the best example of that, because like it's literally, you know, two paraplegic squads on different sides versus each other, waxing about philosophy as they fight each other with robots, blasting jazz music.
Why someone said in the chat about there's actually a book. There's actually a few books. One of them was a Baudrillardian that wrote a book on postmodernism and anime. Another is called Anime's Knowledge. It's called Anime Source of Knowledge. What is it with the obsession with the mech suit? Is it a sort of like a commentary on prosthesis and heightening of human ability? It seems that the mech suit is like a very common anime trope. What is the origin of it? Is it Gundam the origin of it, or is it?
No. It's just Japan's obsession with robots in general.
Oh, okay.
I mean, even fucking Rocket Boy had giant robots in it as well.
But I mean, there is some purpose to the mech suits. They are somewhat of a, you know, supposed to show the superhuman, though it's always very funny because almost every mech series, in addition to there being mech suits, there is literal superhuman abilities as well in the series. Like Gundam has space noids that have like psychic abilities. You know, Code Geass, of course, has Geass.
I guess Warhammer 40K is the same way.
Well, Warhammer 40K wears a lot of its influences on its sleeve.
Yes.
Randall Shirker in chat does point out that Starship Troopers is the origin of powered armor, which is very true. Which is very true. And actually, if we're going to be thorough in the acknowledgement, has a lot of internal monologuing about politics in the middle of battles. The protagonist of Starship Troopers basically waxes poetic about the meaning of violence and power.
I remember
while like activating flamethrowers and tactical nukes on his mech suit.
The creator of Gundam actually, like, I think explicitly said that Starship Troopers was a huge influence on him.
Sure,
you can see, like, if you've read Starship Troopers, the book, you will immediately see that.
Not the Borheven abomination, by the way.
That movie's fun.
The movie's fun, but
we're not having this conversation, though.
You are not Isaac Young. You will sit your ass down and wait for that Catholic Zoomer to start the discourse over.
I wrote an article when that happened too. I remember.
I will say Gundam also does have elements of the movie as well, because I mean Gundam at the end of the day is also just like an anti-war property as well. Like I said earlier, Japan has a weird mentality about war that is formed by their post-war consensus.
Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome, MacArthur.
Yeah, just like of depicting they want to. They
Which reminds me, I need to send you that Meerschaum corn cob pipe.
Oh yeah,
they always want to depict both sides as like flawed and it's but like in the reality is that like even in Gundam, one side is bureaucratic like democracy, and the other side is kill 2 billion people now. Because like if you've never seen Gundam, the way that the war between Zeon and the Earth Federation begins is that Zeon drops a space station on Earth and kills 2 billion people doing that.
Based question mark?
Yeah, it's great. It's great. And I say this as someone who likes Zeon. I don't, but it is very weird for them to pretend that Zeon and Earth Federation are exactly the same.
I mean, yeah, but they never did drop the space station.
They did though.
Doesn't 2 billion sound like an awful large number?
Yeah.
Look, man, the censuses are never correct about the population.
That's like
they say in Africa. There may be like whole census takers that are just making shit up.
Okay, but they get more. But that's a totally valid claim because foreign aid is proportional to population size. Yeah. So you're always going to lie about how many kids there are or whatever.
True. Yeah.
I'm a little alarmed because it would be so white pilling to find out that the total fertility
Africa's
of
remarkably
Nigeria.
empty.
Yeah, it'd be great to find out the total fertility of Nigeria was not greater than all of Europe.
There used to be this autist on Forums. I think his name was Limit, and he had this like weird schizo theory that like Africa is like not even so many people. Like it's like severely. It's only like 10% of the population they purport, and I'm like, I don't know, that's kind of crazy, but like it's not that much inflation. But definitely, I mean, they're definitely cooking the numbers, especially in the 80s and 90s when there was a lot of like the foreign aid debate to Africa, which I mean, it's funny, like Africa has sort of not come around into popular discourse since the early 90s. And I wonder if like Africa is going to get their due again, geopolitically, I mean.
Yeah, but we don't have any space stations.
Right.
True.
So
we have one space station.
I don't know how they're going to get their due.
Well, space stations in like
no, I mean like people focusing on them. I mean, apart from like in the mid 2000s, the Chinese started colonizing them, but that was like not.
No one has an accurate count of world population. Yeah, absolutely.
True.
Yeah, in Gundam though, for reference, the space stations are like the size. They're about half the size of the moon, and they have like millions of people inside them.
Holy shit!
Yeah, so they're called the sides, and there's 7 of them, and Zeon is comprised of mostly.
So it's like the David Icke like Hollow Moon Theory planet, like
yes, kind of.
There's millions of reptilians inside the moon. Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're not that far, but the conflict is between people who are born in space and people who are born on Earth. And there's actually way less people on Earth than there are in space in Gundam. It's like something like 4 billion people before the war starts on Earth, and like 12 million 40K. Or 12 billion in space.
Yeah, that is like Warhammer 40K.
Yes, yeah, it is a lot like that.
Yeah, but because I think in Warhammer there's also ships that are like the size of planets almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
you just have trillions and trillions of citizens.
Numbers in 40K don't actually make a whole lot of sense because
they don't actually matter either.
No, well, I mean they just get made up. But the problem is that like the people who write the stories don't always like think about it.
Right.
So how does an entire planet only have 200,000 people on it? Right. An entire agricultural world only has 200,000 people on it. So it's just,
yeah.
You probably could sustain like a small tier subplanet with only 200K people.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously. You could sustain a country like that.
I mean, I don't know.
An America of 100 million.
Yeah.
I dream of it.
Who doesn't?
Anyways,
so I mean, for me, like the season 1 is particularly good because as we build up, we learn a little bit more that CC is a witch. There are specific ramifications to using the Geass. The more that you use it, the more less control you have over it. Despite Zero or Lelouch, constantly thinking that he has everything in control. which of course once he realizes that he screws over poor little Euphemia inadvertently, and his eye is always red with the power of the mark of the chaos. And so basically the Japanese are attacking. The city is for what is it, Tokyo, right, is now being under siege. And we end season 1 with
also thousands upon thousands of civilians die.
Oh yeah. Like also we open up the show with like you need to cleanse the ghetto.
Yeah.
Oh, it is also funny because
or the 21st century ghetto blasters.
The areas that are called ghettos are all of the wealthiest areas of in the real world are all the wealthiest areas of Japan.
Which I think was an intentional.
Of course.
Yeah, it's just like they look how humiliated Japan has become. That like their most, they're
the Shinjuku ghetto. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like if you said someone to someone who'd never seen the show, like, and just went up to them, the Shinjuku ghetto, and they'd be like, huh? They'd be very confused by you calling Shinjuku a ghetto, but
right.
And they do a lot of that. Like, I mean, Mount Fuji is like unrecognizable. It's half the mountain, half
it's a strip mine operation.
Just strip mine operation.
Man, I have to access this article about. There's actually an article in an academic book about terrorism in the 21st century where it talks about Code Geass.
Oh, that's okay. I have to read that. That's great.
Yeah, I have to probably get the book from Anna's archives and then get it for next week. The article is called Knights of Justice, Blockbuster Terrorism, and Code Geass, Lelouch of the Rebellion.
Give me like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So what's it called? Say the title slowly.
Knights of Justice, Blockbuster Terrorism, and Code Geass.
Right.
But it's in a book called Revisioning Terrorism, a Humanistic Perspective.
Well, I needed the title, you ass.
Revisioning Terrorism, a Humanistic Perspective by Purdue University Press, 2016.
Revisioning Terrorism. Go to books. Oh, nothing on Z Library? That's weird.
Oh, Z? Wait, hold on. Z-tard?
Gio?
Z Library. Z-Line Library.
Revisioning Terrorism. No, hold on.
Yeah.
Revisioning Terrorism. What's the rest of the book called?
A New Humanistic Perspective.
A New Humanistic Perspective. Thank you. Nothing. Damn.
A humanistic perspective.
A new humanistic perspective, or
a humanistic perspective. Sorry. Yeah, a humanistic perspective.
There we go.
Just one.
All right, hold on. I got it. Downloading. All right. You're welcome, Gio. I'll send it to you via Telegram.
Gio, run a planet of 200,000 rate. Well, if it's like a small like satellite.
Gio, I need you to play Stellaris right now.
There you go. Yes.
This is my Starbound base, and look how cool it is.
You know what? One video game I saw when we were developing it, that I'm like,
go play like Sins of a Solar Empire. Just
no, the one where you could build your own
planet.
You know what I mean? Like that. What's that game? Like they screwed it up in the beginning, but then they like re-engineered it. Everyone was excited.
Oh, No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. Yeah.
There you go.
I was like, man, maybe I should play that.
I would just love to see you play a video game, period.
Yeah.
I've been tempted multiple times to try.
How many video
No
games
Man's
even
Sky
have
since
periods?
That Internet Historian movie video came out.
No, when I was young, I only really played like like Vice City, like GTA 4.
Really
Call
dating
of
yourself
Duty.
there.
He's 33. Calm down.
Yeah.
I played
oh man, did you play
Wrestling.
Doki Doki Literature Club?
No,
Oh my
God, no.
lord.
I had a friend that played that. I had a friend who was like a massive Halo fan in real life. Like he's like
Get him to play Class of 06, actually.
the Halo fan. What else did I play? I think I played one or two Resident Evil.
Actually, what was Cap? What's the game with the gator?
If I
want
had
to hug that gator.
if I had money, I would unironically pay for you two to review Class of 06, if you know what that is.
Classic.
What's
06?
Class of 06?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
This is a very old troon thing, Class of 06. It is a like parody of visual novels, where it instead of being set in like a Japanese high school, it's an American high school. And like the main character is like the word femcel did not exist at the time when Class of 06 was made, but she
the TV movie, you mean?
No, it's a wait. What are you referencing?
There's a TV movie called Class of 06.
No, it's a visual novel.
Where's Gio, so I can go send him this book?
Yeah, it's
there we go.
Quite something. It's quite something.
It
was made by
nice.
Oh, it's 09.
It's Class of 09.
I don't know why
Class
I thought it was Class of 06.
Actually, I would pay very good money for Gio to play Leisure Suit Larry games on stream.
Oh my god.
that would be Kino. That would be
Gotta go for 100% completion.
There was a show here in Canada where it was like early 2000s core. It was called something line, like it was the whole show was shot on a train, like the Toronto GO train, and like it was just like a soap opera on a train. That was the whole show. It had like 10 seasons in the early 2000s, and but it was like the budget of like $100 an episode. It was hilarious. Oh fuck, what's that train show called?
Running a train online.
Yeah, that's a good.
Oh,
It's bad that I know what Class of 09 is. Whatever. So true. Why is Oz has been like counting down frames?
Train 48. That's what it's called. Train 48.
Train 48.
It's like every episode at a budget of $100. Canadian soap opera entirely improvised.
That's literally this
Before
show.
we got married, my wife
It's entirely
had
improvised.
48 trains.
Oh no.
No.
You brought the episode all the way around.
We
back.
went full circle.
Full circle. That's called a
Just
daisy
like
chain, not a train.
We had the synthesis, we had the antithesis, or I mean, we had the thesis and we had the antithesis.
Now we
and
have the
this is
synthesis.
Yeah.
There's not a lot. Like, there's actually a surprising dearth of sexuality. I mean, it's there because like they have like this event at high school where they all in their bikinis and shit. But like, that's just
Don't forget the cat costume day.
The cat costume day. Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
For a private Britannian like school, they sure have. I just imagine this is what like Ivy Leagues are like. Where
Yes,
you just
they are like this though.
They are like this.
That is just Ivy Leagues. It is just like to a T what an Ivy League is like. But yeah, I mean the sexuality. I mean sexuality is just like a constant in all anime because there's just
there's
a culture of fan service.
Yeah, it's a fan service thing.
I mean, because I remember there was a debate, between like the horrible, left wing anime tourists and like true right wing anime PFPs who've been posting about anime on Twitter since like 2010 about like fan service, and they were like, Freyren doesn't have fan service, and it's like, well, actually, it does.
Debate, yeah,
it does. Like, even Freyren does. I mean, the whole joke of her being swallowed by the treasure chests,
mimic
monsters, the mimics, is a sexual joke. Like, it always pans to her ass, like when it does that.
Yeah, what they mean by it not being having fan services, that it doesn't have like an unbelievable fucking amount of it. Like, it's not Gooner.
Sure.
It's not like Gooner.
It's not Gooner bait, yeah.
And there's plenty of anime that don't, and it's like, but who fucking cares? Honestly, if you're not watching an ecchi show, you're gonna be fine. Because I mean, there is like literally a genre tag for if the show is gonna have a ridiculous amount of
and feet shots.
Well, that's just great. That's just good. We like that.
No, but then there was like oh god,
foot guy confirmed.
So what?
I already knew that. I already knew. I honestly, if I was
sense
dictator, that would be a crucifiable offense. But it wouldn't be fatal crucifixion.
You know,
it would just
it's funny,
be a little. It would just be a little bit of
Look, man,
crucifixion
there
to
has
teach
been
you.
only one person in the history of this planet to survive crucifixion. I would like to see how you're going to be like, well, it won't be lethal.
Yeah, I'll just crucify him a little.
Well, hold on. I mean, he could just
a
do what
little.
they do in New Vegas. Like, you know, their crucifixion isn't like real crucifixion.
Yeah, except you die of a pulmonary embolism. Like there have been studies to replicate it through non-nailing means, and you just tie them. Like the body literally internally drowns, and you die of heart failure relatively quickly. Like we had to cancel studies at the University of Munich because like people were going to like seriously go into cardiac arrest within 6 minutes.
That's why.
Here's what we're gonna do. We put
like
a pacemaker in. We put a pacemaker in. All right. Then we crucify him, and we make sure
Capitalisimo wants has opinions on Foot Guys. News at 11.
Anyways,
anyways, this is getting too.
What if we just crucify him sideways? Has anyone tried that?
Down?
No.
Vertically? I mean, yeah. Well, lay them on their back. That wouldn't be a problem.
He's just gonna sunbathing.
Just tie him to a bed. That's like
Randall Stricker. I'm aware of passion plays and how literally the Filipino Catholics do it. Like I know
they have to. They can only do it for so long though. When they're doing those passion plays, they can only.
Okay, and what if we just waterboard him?
He probably
that's
like
a good old fashioned American tradition.
What if we water crucify him?
What like that?
We're done.
Okay,
we're done. We're done.
What is it but two boards?
Like that Spielberg film?
The Rock and a Hard Place right there.
Wasn't that the Spielberg, the one where like they try to bring Christianity to Japan?
Silence,
that's the film. Yeah.
Which is just what I want right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Digital Archipelago is brought to you by viewers like you. Super chats via Entropy, which is the pinned comment in the chat, as well as down below in the description, as well as super chats here on YouTube. And your ongoing financial contributions to subscribestar.com/The Prudentialist or patreon.com/Giant Productions allows the show to continue and for my sanity to recharge every 7 days to keep doing this every Tuesday. So we're very grateful for that. Once again, we will continue next Tuesday on Gio's channel, where hopefully Mr. Oinazuka Groiper will be able to join us because Capitalisimo will be on vacation to continue out our discussion of Season 2. Once again, we're very grateful to our patrons who are the ones who sponsor video reviews like these. Remember, for $100, you can have a movie, book review, but if it's a TV show, we do expect a little more than that, like this. But now we're going to go on to the super chats because those have piled on considerably since the beginning. The book review is coming after this. So we're going to do Shadow of the Torturer. And then the one that you're asking me for, Wingman, is going to hopefully be out next week. That way I have content on my channel when Gio gets Digital Archipelago. Actually, you get 2 book reviews next week. You get Do You Even Read? And then my book review of the book that you wanted on Whitewashing America.
What's the Do You Even Read one?
The Do You Even Read one is Jürgen Ostelhammer's History, Transformation of the World, A History of the 19th Century.
Whoa!
Yeah,
I think I've heard of that one.
It's loved by globalists, so it should be a very interesting time. That
will also be a one! What was that one that Bill Clinton really loved called something zero?
I think Bill Clinton just likes it when it's like when they're like 20 and under. Anyways,
oh my god,
Capitalisimo, what have you got going on since you are also a content creator?
Oh well, you can check me out every Monday live on the Tookie's Mag YouTube channel or on my own x.com, formerly Twitter account at the Capitalisimo for Library of Mass Destruction, where I do a live read of salacious topics from history, focusing mostly on mind control and horrendous violence with my good friend Christopher Sandbatch. Then on Wednesdays, you can check me in everywhere but YouTube for Drive Time Movie Night, which I do with Michael Pohl, and we always have a guest. This week it is Carr from Timeline Earth, good friend of the pod.
That's gonna be a fun time.
We watch a movie and provide some color commentary. It's your chance to pretend to be a black guy in a movie theater.
When is sidebar coming back, or is the alt-lit thing?
So
How
we
was the
were
state of
supposed
alt-lit?
to record something this Thursday night, but it did not work with the other two guys. So we're just going to have to do it when I am back in this hemisphere.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Well, Mr.
But
Onizuka,
coming soon. Coming soon.
Thank you for coming on as an IRL friend and a friend of the show and a friend to me. Greatly
Thank you for
appreciate
having
it.
me. I love doing
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah. Same to our other guest. Although he's not a content creator anymore, I still appreciate his friendship.
Yeah, and
What have you even created?
True.
Oh, if
True,
only you
nothing.
knew.
I mean,
If
but
only you knew.
I will say one thing. If the discourse doesn't get any better, my Twitter account will become exclusively posting anime girls and Marvel Rivals clips. So please get better.
Yeah, please get better. We're praying for you.
Yeah.
Do
All right,
better,
I'm
everyone.
gonna start with the super chats. Gabe Underground asked earlier, "Have you kissed the corner yet?" Produced something like the cane corner. I guess I don't know. I guess I missed something.
I think this is a reference to the corner scene in Code Geass.
Oh yeah.
What
Yeah.
corner scene? Which
The
one?
corner of the table with Nina. The lesbo.
Oh, yeah.
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 The infamous
Anyways,
corner scene.
yeah.
Imagine the smell.
Imagine the smell. Chan the Man says, weak for Prussian nobility plus Gundam aesthetics. The show looks great. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
lie.
The aesthetics are one of my favorite parts of
This is that's true. Also, Cap is a hyphenated American and should be treated as such.
Big words for an actual Croatian.
I was about to say, like, you're from the Balkans, you can calm down.
No, I thought Cap was an Anglo.
Cap is very
What?
German Italian.
Oh, German Italian.
I'm Irish.
What?
You're something.
I'm Irish, German, and Italian.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But that makes me an American.
That
So-
fundamentally makes you an American in a lot of people's eyes. Anyways, he says also Kissinger ended up siding with Kant, hence his abandonment of Rhodesia. Yeah,
true.
Kissinger is will be judged harshly for his position on Rhodesia. No, I'm not grim. From Red Hood says for $1.99, be nice. A Hapa got me into you guys in the DR. That doesn't surprise me at all.
Really?
It was Barack Obama, wasn't
It
it?
was Barack Obama.
Oh, the
Barack
bro.
Obama.
Yeah.
It's kind of have you met Garrick in real life, Onizuka?
No, I have not. I have not.
So only Cap and I have shaken
A great
Garrick
kid.
Obama's
He's a
hand.
great kid.
I have
He's a
so many
great
IRL
kid.
friends who have
I
met him
love
in
Barack
person,
Obama.
and I've invited Garrick to come out.
It was
many
never.
times.
It was a great pleasure to meet him in person and to smoke cigarettes with him and talk about like American politics. It was so much fun.
Every time
Anyway-
I can't think of a banger that like someone on Twitter has made, I just say, well, it may have been either Barack Obama or Aunt Julius. It's like,
So true. So true. Gondola says, how many Britannics for Kalen to leave the Black Knights?
yeah,
Just one.
yeah,
Just one.
Just
You know,
one.
a character in season 2 tries.
yeah. Doesn't get far, but
Gio, I just got back and I already want to throw things for the word safe.
safe, edgy, safe, horny.
Yeah,
I
it's-
guess so.
I think
he
that's a
sent,
reference
he
to
sent that during your.
Yeah, he said
safe
that during
rant.
the safe
Okay,
horny
okay.
discussion.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Also, while I'm
We
on this
need
topic,
some sort
says
of
Randall,
safe ranting.
safe ranting. Well, that's what like podcasting's for. Podcasting is safe ranting. Podcasting is safe male therapy. Actually, it's
boy.
cost-effective male therapy because I never have to pay anyone to turn me into a
Someone
libtard.
there was a viral tweet that said like podcasting is like only.
Yeah, I know. I quote tweeted that saying like because my spare bedroom, or we've turned my old bedroom into the spare bedroom / office, and actually I'm getting rid of the bed, so it's just going to turn into like a full-on library
taking the
studio
bed.
thing. And it's I said when I saw that tweet, she was like, really, like, you know, podcasting is just male sex work. And I was like, I'm gonna just put the sticker, it's not a whore house, it's a whore home over my office.
That's what
I just find
as
it
much
funny
as-
that like women considering male like spaces for communication as sex work. Like that's their thought process. Anyways, Randall Shirker says, while I'm on the topic, women have zero room to talk about men and their interests after all the literature they post online. Yes, the pages are already sticky for you. Enjoy the minutes more milk
literature.
Funny about this,
Literature,
a mutual friend of me and Prude's, I brought up to her that like I saw a statistic that like only 33% of young women want romance, and she said, I know that's not true because I've been to a female literature section in a bookstore.
Oh God.
Women don't want romance. No, women want something else. And they'll read about it. Anyways, Gabe Underground says, congrats on the wife guy certificate, Prude. I had to pay the state $80 for my my marriage license, which I'm not happy about.
$80! Send a super chat, $80 right now.
Yeah, you super chat $80 now. Send $80 now.
Send $80 right now, because I'm still mad at the state of Texas that it made me pay $80 to get married. Those bastards. Nothing turned my like inner like libertarian from like 2012. Like he just like Green Goblin mask came out of the woodwork and he was like, coward, you're paying $80 to get married. And it was just awful. I was very mad. So which one of you is going to explain the Nina Einstein scene and her feelings towards the princess? Well, she's punished for it. We said this. Like
is she an actual lesbian?
Yes. Well, she has same-sex attraction.
Yes. Same. Yeah.
Actual lesbians don't exist.
She's curious.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. It could just be a like.
She's experimenting in college.
She's also clearly fucking psychotic. So
yeah, she's clearly psychotic. So
she also invents nukes.
She reminds me of Isabel Janke a little bit.
Yeah, it turns out people with like weird sexuality and a taste for the esoteric are going to be the creators of WMDs. Who would have guessed?
Oh, yeah,
Randall Shirker says, reminder, Prude, I am your great value, Peter Thiel. Well, I appreciate your $2. Great value, Peter Thiel. You can be the Walmart greeter for all my super chats from now on.
That was like that woman that was like Osho's like top woman that like did this, that tried to do like bioterrorism in Idaho or Ohio or wherever it was.
Oh man, I wish I would get bioterrored by one of Asahara's top bitches.
Yeah. That feel when you will
was
never
that
be
was that safe horny Gio, or was that catastrophically unsafe horny?
That's well, it's not safe for life, but it's safe horny.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Grim says Professor Chiang, geopolitical expert.
100%.
Sure. Bolden Inquisition says, so did the British Empire become a Mormon in this timeline? Sorry, I'm behind in the stream. Functionally, sure. Why not? You know, they got multiple wives. There's no mention of Mormonism, but like I like the idea that Joseph Smith still exists.
That Mormonism still happens somehow.
It's more like they're like Jeffersonian deists.
Yeah. But they also want to kill God.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll get to that next week.
Yeah.
Gondola, the sponsor of today's episode, for 100 kroner. I have no idea. Let me go translate that into
$50.
I have no idea.
My favorite Moonbeer tweet is
that is $10. So thank you very much, sir. I greatly appreciate it.
$10.
He says season 2 was supposed to be darker, but due to season 1's success, they got an earlier time slot and had to tune it down.
Oh,
yeah, a little bit in the first 5 episodes. I could definitely tell.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Grim says rest in peace, Euphemia. Salute. So true. She got so screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely the character that lost the most.
It's what hurts the most, as Rascal Flatts would say.
Yeah. No, but definitely it is like his stupidity. Like he does have that moment similar to Akabe in Steins Gate, where it's like, oh fuck, I am just like a 19-year-old piece of shit, like shithead.
Yeah.
Like I'm fucking up right now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so true. Moving on, he says, never talk bad about Euphemia. She's the goat. Well, she's dead, so I don't know.
She definitely is dead. She is definitely the most morally like good character you could say in the entire show. Like she is almost too good.
Next to Nunnally.
Yeah, like well, not only is just crippled blind girl, so of course
She's the
like I
object
said,
of-
Nunnally is like a Firelink shrine kind of like hub character.
Yes.
Mhm.
She's the place of all of Lelouch's emotions.
Yes.
She's not like a real character.
Everybody is if anyone is anti-Nunnally, they're damned by the show, and if they're pro-Nunnally, then they're redeemable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Let's see here. Wingman says, "What the heck is a Hapa?" Someone streamed that at me in Yiddish. A Hapa is just a term for someone who is a partial Asian or Pacific Islander background, usually half white, half Asian of some kind.
I thought it always been like half white, half Asian.
Yeah, I thought it always
Yeah.
meant half white,
It does.
half Asian as well.
Yeah, it
It does, because otherwise, if they're yelling Yiddish, they're calling you a Schwarzer.
Yeah,
Mm.
they're not using that term. You can get away with other words, but not
or
that
like
one.
Blasian. I love that Blasian. That's a great term.
It's I first
Tragic outcome.
yeah.
A
That's all I was
pretty
gonna
good
say.
term.
I was like, first is tragedy, then it's farce. And then no, I'm not grim says the Hapa is someone I knew IRL had pizza with him. Oh, so it was not Barack Obama.
I mean, it
Oh,
still
it's
could
like-
be,
Instead
but
of
Could be.
instead of
I have
Blasian.
hopes.
Obama.
I have hopes that it was Barack Obama, just like convincing you, like, hey, you should check out these guys.
Instead
I
of
love
Blasians,
Eric's
I like to call
accent.
them. I like to call them Tiger Woodens.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
I do. I appreciate the fact that the older Tiger Woods gets, the more Asian he looks.
He looks like an Indonesian man. He looks like a bomb. Yeah, yeah.
he should just say he's Indonesian from now on. I mean, people
Yeah.
would believe it.
The racial gradient he's gone through is very
Incredible.
it's very
That was
interesting.
like the first iterations of AI. Somebody used a face swap where it was like Obama with the Trump mug shot, and it just came out looking like a Sicilian man. That was great. Like that was great.
Oh yeah, and he's dating Vanessa Trump now.
Who is?
Tiger Woods.
No
Oh
way.
my god! Wow.
Yeah, they've been dating since 2024.
What?
One of the good ones.
Oh.
So yeah, so he's Thai is what he is. He's not Indonesian. He's half black, half Thai.
Reverse Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
I mean,
or he just
Ty
becomes-
is basically black anyway.
Yeah, there you
What
go.
if Michael Jackson wouldn't have been killed by his incompetent doctor? What if would you like?
I mean,
Well,
what
I
if
mean,
he
he
hadn't gotten
ruined-
assassinated by a certain group?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, over to entropy before we
He
totally lose the plot.
He like be a,
There's
like,
still
he-
money to be read, Gio. Wait just 5 seconds.
Sorry.
Denal 132 says, "Thank you for making my college commutes bearable. I nearly got swiped by an Indian in a Tesla today. I am so sorry, sir. That really sucks.
Oh my god.
That blows." And then Seneca for our usual Missouri lore. Seneca says, "If you've ever been to the Missouri Capitol building, take a close look at the walls. There are fossils everywhere in the Capitol because the entire building is made of Carthage marble. Technically not marble, but it is marble quality limestone."
Whoa.
Well, there you go. I hope you learned something today.
Oh, nice.
Propofol is not ideal for treating insomnia. That's very true. My favorite bits about Michael Jackson always came from Robin Williams. It's like taking propofol to sleep is like taking what do you say, chemotherapy to get a haircut.
Oh man.
Like the weapons of mass distraction or self-destruction or mass distraction, the 2009 stand-up tour that Robin did is incredibly good. I think it's aged pretty well for what it is.
Yeah.
And also the coolest thing now, I mean, like it's been years since he did all those USO tours in Iraq and Afghanistan, but like a lot of those have now been posted like, 15, 20 years after the fact. And wow, it's some really good, that's some good stuff.
I will
Oh,
have
you
to
know-
look that up. I do like Robin Williams, and I feel like he's unfairly maligned.
I don't know.
Ah,
he
there
was
we
in,
go.
like, a lot of-
Unfairly
Yeah,
maligned.
he was-
Unfairly
in-
maligned.
He was in a lot of Reddit films.
People have said very
Patch
unfair
Adams.
things about him.
Dead Poets Society. Like
Have
He's
you
got
Reddit,
my
Reddit.
favorite bit from him was he's like, and now they're making porno movies about my movie. He's just like toys. Well, that one explains itself. Wet
Have you
dreams
ever
may
seen
come.
Wet Dreams May
Snatch
Come? Is
Adams,
really
that
good.
one's scary.
Okay, I will admit, What Dreams May Come is his best film.
Good Morning Vietnam. Didn't have to change that one either.
Transcendental film.
That's true.
Well,
I mean, Norm is better, Sped Kaczynski. I just like Robin Williams as a comic.
Gio, have you ever seen Toys?
Toys?
There's a great Drive Time Movie Night episode about
There's
it.
a great Drive Time Movie Night episode of Robin Williams' Toys, which is an underrated film of his, heavily influenced by Expressionist painters.
Whoa,
Yes.
I gotta watch that.
Yeah.
Robin Williams was a part of the Eastland Institute. Holy shit.
Sure, why not?
Oh my god. That's where he got the inspiration from What Dreams May Come. He was part of the Eastland Institute. So,
What Dreams May Come also heavily influenced by impressionistic painters.
Yes, yeah. But I mean, specifically the dream sequence is very psychedelic. Didn't what's his name? Moonbra? Didn't he take 3MO DMT recently, and he was like writing a whole screed about it, or he was a podcast where he's like he's like reinventing the new age movement, but only for like Silicon Valley immortalists from First Principles. What's his name? Brian Johnson.
Yes, Brian Johnson.
Yeah,
someone should send him a copy of. Someone should send him the whatever. What's that company that abstracts books and then tells you their synopsis in like 20 minutes?
Spark Notes.
No. There's like one that's sold as like
Reader's Digest.
It's like AI summaries of.
I have
books.
not seen. Sorry to
There's
respond
like
to
an
Sped.
app, anyway.
I've not heard of the Avid Brothers, but I'm going to have to do that now that you've mentioned it. They seem
Someone
like a
should-
prude band, and it's like, well, that just means like early 2000s shitlib music. So yeah, probably.
Someone should send the version of that of Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance.
That is
Moonbra.
horrifying. All right, I'm ending the stream on this. Thank you, you, Oz the Art Pilgrim. That is fucking terrifying.
Oh no.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for. Oh wait, hold on.
Please save us.
So anyways, Gio Mine into Cole sends $5. And he says, evening, gents. I hope you're both doing well. My new job started yesterday, so I will hope to have some more time to work on my art. What I have spoken of has come into existence. You cannot depart, but this is what you harvest, you sow. Check your Twitter. God bless. I will end the stream with that. Don't you worry. And then Teal Bucks Desjardins, which is such a great fucking username. I love that name. So much. He says, sorry, fellas, I'm very late. He sends $6.70.
Oh my god.
Okay, he says, sorry, I'm very late today. Could Onizuka Graper give me a 10-minute recap of Code Geass Season 1? And can Cap give me another 10-minute recap of the podcast, both in an Irish accent? Thank you so much.
I can't do an Irish accent, sorry.
Not for 6'7".
Not for 6'7". Sorry.
6'7".
There you go. You have a voice line to be.
I'll do a quick one.
There you go.
You want me to do a quick one in an Irish accent?
Do a quick one.
Oh well, Lewis, she goes, runs into the back of a tram, finds a girl, green hair, just like the Emerald Isle. Turns out she's not made of poison gas, and then so he makes a bit of a bargain with her. He has to marry her, but then he gets to tell everyone else what to do. It's just usually how marriages do work. Then a bunch of people die. Most of them, fortunately. I'm turning English. Hold on. Faith and Begor. All right, I'm turning English. I'm losing it.
Do a Keith Wood style.
No, you're slowly turning into oh god, what was that one late night TV show host?
Fortunately, most of the people who die end up being either Japanese or British, and no one's going to miss the British. So that's it.
That was worth your $6.70, I think, to say the least. All right, so we're at the end of the show, and I've apparently spoken something into being. I don't know I did this. I won't retweet it. Well, maybe I will. But anyways, let me go share screen. No, I don't want to invite guests to studio. Share screen. So apparently I spoke this into being, and I don't remember speaking this into being. Because the Digital Archipelago is a lot like sex to me in the sense that I'm going to do some terrible things, say terrible things, and do terrible things, and then I'm going to forget once it's over. So this apparently I spoke this into being. I do not recall. I'm not sharing audio tab because it's just a GIF. I spoke it apparently. I spoke it. So this is the Gio Shuffle.
Oh
apparently I said it last
God.
episode. Like, you're expecting me to remember what I say like one episode ago?
You rotoscoped in Gio for the truffle shuffle. That's beautiful.
Oh no! Here's the better part. There are two GIFs and different backgrounds.
Oh,
Perfect.
shit.
It's the Goonies reference.
You should have done a you
Actually,
can key out
here.
key out those colors. You can key out those colors and put them in front of shit.
That is true. You can. I now can do this. I can
It's
put.
just, I remember my friend Richard every fucking
Gio, what's
day.
that really kitschy artist you hate? Kim K, right?
Pig. Yeah.
Kincaid?
Yeah, Thomas Kincaid.
Oh man, we can put Gio in front of Thomas Kincaid
Jeff
paintings now.
Koons. Yeah.
Or like Banks. No, Banks would piss me off even more.
Oh, we gotta put Gio in front of
Like a
Banksy paintings.
print? Yeah. But
It's
Banksy
we should put you in.
$3, and he says didn't catch any of that cap and lost interest halfway through. Very authentic. Cheers.
Okay, turn the GIF off right now. Turn the fucking GIF off.
Shut it down! Shut it down!
I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna put it right in front of a picture of a bunch of officials kissing the wall. I'm gonna put that GIF in front of.
While I'm here, I might as
I'm
well.
gonna use it as a Spencer bar.
I just retweeted it. There you
Don't
go.
go and find it. I used to be part of this group chat. If you remember the infamous gun photo from 2014, where I'm in front of my canvas and I'm painting and my.
Oh
anyways,
yeah, it's from like
they
20.
used to edit me. The irony saws would like edit me like painting cat girls, painting myself, painting Goatsy. They would like my friends would edit me like in like a scene from Ben-Hur.
Hold on, I'm gonna go save that GIF right now. Oh, it's
People
okay.
would
We've
edit
all
photo.
retweeted this. That's okay. How do you download a GIF from Twitter? Is my question.
Right click, save photo.
No, it says copy GIF address.
Yeah, that's not
Hey,
Weird.
Yeah, you can't save GIFs.
Yeah, wait a second. Oz, you're in my Telegram chat. Put that in Telegram. That way I can start editing these. I'm going to have a really good time with that.
We're gonna be keying out the backgrounds on this thing and putting the Geo.
I'm actually
We're
gonna
making
turn
the
it
Geo
into
shuffle
a-
go wild.
Do
So I
anything
can
to an
change
optical.
my I can change these, right? Which is really entertaining. I can edit my avatar. For instance, I have my soy Jack Geo. I like this one a lot. This is me on a good day. This is also me horrified by all things that I do. This has been made by Oz. This one has also been made by Oz. I'm a fan of that. Someone made the Wigger Pig Prude that I'm a fan of. Then there's also Wigger Pig with the fresh fade.
I was here in the wood pile watching you. Sorry.
I tried to warn you.
I like this one.
Please be patient. I have autism. This is my super chat one. I usually put this one on.
Wigger pig, come on out. You scared of a white man way down south, you know it. No, I'm kidding.
Oh boy. Yeah, let's not finish that one.
I'm not gonna finish that one, yeah.
Yeah, that won't end well for me.
That gift's gonna go on the SPLC hate book, man.
GIF will be on the SPLCs. Yeah, the Wigger Pig will be on the SPLC. Hate him.
Yeah.
It's the point of the stream that Prude slowly dying. It is.
Oh man.
The viewership, the laughs, and the money is really what keeps me on life support to keep doing this.
What's another good one? Let me find another good one.
Let's not find another racist song for you to do. All right.
No.
We're able to. Well, I thought Gio was freestyling.
in Alabama.
You wish.
No,
You
no,
wish.
no. Someone edited me. Where is it?
Geo Shuffle. I'm a fan of that. That's great. I wonder how many people we baited with the Hapa question being the title.
A lot. From my,
I hope I did. Oh, it's you! It's biblically accurate Geo.
Do you remember the black guy edit? That I forgot to say.
I have the black guy edit. You know who sent it to me? It was Onizuka Groiper.
No, it was me.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure I sent you black.
I
Geo.
know.
I definitely have sent it to you before. I've definitely sent it to you before.
That is true. You both have.
It used to for a brief moment. It was Mr. Polemical's Discord profile picture.
Amazing.
You have to send that to me. I need this picture.
I have to go find it, but
I've got it somewhere. I'll send it to you.
It was so great too. It was like, yeah.
Do I have it? Hold on. I've got it somewhere.
man, I have so many pictures of Mr. Polemical. I wish I could post on the timeline, but he would get so mad at me, even if I didn't mention that it was him.
Oh, there it is.
Like
Gio Penichetti is a black guy.
He's like your average fat South Carolinian.
He's a Southern gentleman.
He's blonde hair, blue eyed.
He's like one of those SEC kids that like lands a 10.
He is a brony, yeah.
No, I know, but like I thought he was skinny. Like I had
no, he's not skinny.
No. He's Italian.
No.
Wow.
Hey, Gio, check your Telegram real quick.
Prud will have the honor of meeting Mr. Polemical.
You got it.
Soon.
How does that make you feel?
Wait! I have to do this. Where is it? Avatar.
Gio's about to commit another act of digital blackface.
Let's go.
Just for a second, because it was a great, like, where the fuck is it?
Why do I? Oh, thank you, Oz. You sent them to me on Telegram. I can go save that now. Save as.
Someone did this.
I like how this is the administrative section of the show.
Someone did this.
Oh yeah, because we didn't do this at the beginning. We just talked about sexuality for a little too long. Which one? I can get rid of that one. Delete avatar.
This is a good one.
That's a good one.
Where I'm yelling at Justin Trudeau.
I can't use all files. Can I use that? I can't. It has to be a JPEG. That's unfortunate. Yikes. Although I do appreciate I remember where like Justin Trudeau was like running or like jogging, and then some guy was like jogging next to him while he was recording a video, and he called him like the F slur and like ran off.
Yeah. That was a great.
That was very entertaining.
Oh man.
Name our prime minister. Why would we do that?
Someone posted that in a group chat.
Private chat. I didn't realize we were still live for some reason. I thought we stopped. No. But we're almost at 3 hours. So let me go check entropy one more time. I'll refresh.
Is all the YouTube ones done?
Yeah, all the YouTube ones are done. What is that? This is an AI abomination of Gio talking to former Prime Minister Justin
Trudeau.
So.
I have a hot dog cart one.
When DA gets released as a physical collection, that's going to be the foreword of like, we talked about sexuality a little too long. No, sure. Yeah, why not? I actually a DVD box set collection of the Digital Archipelago.
Oh my fucking God.
I could make that if we were to ever do a live stream.
You could. This is everything. This is all of it. You've seen it all.
How many hours can fit on a DVD? A general DVD or DVD 9 holds about
3 hours.
Layer 8.5 gigs. Wow, this would have to be like a 20 box set collection.
How much can a Blu-ray hold?
That's a good question. How much?
I never got into Blu-ray.
You were an HD DVD kind of kid.
Yeah, exactly. It was never Blu-ray. No.
25 gigabytes. So, we could probably do a Blu-ray. The not Criterion collection.
The Criterion collection of Digital Archipelago.
Collection of the Digital Archipelago.
The Criterion collection. That's great.
I will sell DVD box sets of. I'll even arrange them into seasons.
No, I gotta keep my P's and Q's, because like
it's over.
Like one war ended one podcast I was on, and then
what almost ended this podcast, Gio, was not you talking about the war. It was you talking about Kanye West and interracial pornography. And that's really when I wanted to just blow my brains out. And I was like, I'm done.
First the war, then the whore. Who knows what? Yeah.
The $600 Digital Archipelago box set. I wouldn't charge that much.
Geotech, check your XD.
That's usually how like box sets and Criterion collection are priced.
Oh, I know. Like I was at the store the other day and I saw a box set Blu-ray collection of the entire series of The Sopranos in DVD format, and it was like $200.
What the fuck? Hold on, mine was only like $50.
I don't know, crazy. Man. It is crazy.
Wait. Cap sent me the
Dimes did his part to ruin you that day. Dimes is my other favorite Canadian co-host. I have a problem with Canadians. I talk
Some
to them
people
too
got a
much.
type.
Did you see the One Blood satellite where they were talking about that like the award show with the guy with Tourette's, and like Judas just kept like dropping the hard R over and over and I'm like, what the fuck? And I think they were like on YouTube too. I'm like, oh my god.
Well, that's why they've gone through a couple of channels.
When you have Tourette's, they let you do it. They don't.
When you
They
have
don't let you.
Tourette's, they just give a black guy an Oscar.
Yep.
Okay. Where is it? Okay.
Everything's so hard now.
I know.
So true.
I'm old.
Hey, you got a new super chat.
Oh, I did. How about the IRS hopping on this? I wish, man. I wish. Although I get pretty good write-offs, so I really can't complain. I wrote off the entire square footage of my bedroom. Oh my god! Oh, that's
Okay, enough
delightful.
of that.
Oh, that's delightful.
I like this one.
People,
This is
people are gonna. Hey, that's you.
You know the
I
lips
was at
didn't
the front!
change.
The front. You know?
Gio, did you notice the lips didn't change between this and your last one?
You know,
Shit.
I just
Oh.
realized who Gio, like Black Gio, looks like. I don't know why. I
White
never
Gio, but
realized
black.
this. No, he looks like Marcel. Marcel.
A
Dumas.
little bit,
Oh.
yeah. Yeah, he kind of yeah.
Yeah, just a bit.
Oh, I love Marcel. Anyways, not that I endorse everything, I don't endorse everything, but I think he's, anyways, never mind.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we will be live next week on Gio's channel for the stunning conclusion of this paid review of covering season 2. Onizuka Graper will be joining us next week. To all of our Protestant Roman Catholic friends, I know Easter is right around the corner for you. A blessed Palm Sunday and Easter to you all.
Yep.
And then we'll see you all live next week
When's Orthodox Easter?
on the 12th, the week after,
Yeah, 12th.
Oh, okay. There you go.
where I get to watch Onizuka Graper get drunk in real life.
They get to buy Easter candy on a discount.
Dude, I want to buy so many fucking Peeps. You have no idea.
Dude, have you ever made s'mores with Peeps?
Yes, it's so
It's
good.
fucking killer.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
What
That's
are
my
Peeps?
favorite slop.
You've never had a marshmallow peep? It's
No,
like a
what
little
is-
it's like a little chick. It's like a little like baby chicken that's made out of marshmallow and it's covered
Oh.
in yellow sugar, right? So it's just a big marshmallow covered in yellow sugar that looks like a chicken. And it's a classic Easter
Oh.
candy.
Okay.
But because they're made out of marshmallow, if you stick them on a graham cracker with a little bit of Hershey chocolate underneath them and pop that fucker in the microwave, it'll inflate to 3 times its regular size before flattening down into the tastiest s'more you have ever had in your life.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, try it out.
I'll try.
Do you need someone to smuggle you Peeps? Do Canadians not get Peeps?
I think.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of which, again,
Look at this super chat.
Black Gio is just Marcus Garvey. That is true. That is true. They both have the same position on Israel. Functionally indistinguishable. Difference with that distinction without a difference.
Someone
No,
said that they like it when we face prove. Like I do have that kufi that I did for a joke once, but
See, this is when I would get really in trouble for saying words with my face attached to them that would be problematic because I would say some things I'm not proud of. Nevertheless, we will be live next week on Gio's channel. I hope that you all have a great rest of your week. Stay strong. Have a great time. Mr. Capitalisimo, enjoy your vacation.
I shall.
Please enjoy it.
tomorrow, Zimmer Schopenhauer, content minded.
Great. I have a video out with Wade Stotts reviewing P.D. James's book, The Children of Men. Be sure to go check that out. I've got some other essays out as well. Timeline Catastrophism, I think, is one of my Q1 of 2026 best essay I've written so far. So with that being said, also I finally got my copy of it. My essay on the strange death of late night television is in Frontier magazine for all those who are interested. If not, I may try and get away with recording a narration of that. We'll see. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back here next week. Goodbye, everyone.
God bless. Goodbye. Too sweet.
See ya.
Doodles.